And hello all, and welcome back to the Invictus stream. My name, as always, is Harlan Guthrie, and I am here with my very special friend Chris, my juicy friend Justin,
Ooh,
my daunting friend David,
as always.
and we are here with Star Wars Age of Rebellion Game 4! Thank you so much for being here with us tonight on this lovely Wednesday night. It is the crisp, cool air is blowing in from the north, and we are excited to bundle up and save the galaxy, so to speak.
isn't it like 10 degrees outside right now?
Yeah, well, I'm speaking to the southern United States, who's not quite used to it. It's normal for us. It's
right.
Showering weather outside, or swimming weather. I'm going to quickly, before we start off, like I mentioned, this is Star Wars Age of Rebellion Game 4. Chris, what does that mean in the world of Star Wars?
In the world of Star Wars, well, you know, it's December, Harlan, and that means we're counting down to the big day. Not Christmas, to Star Wars. That means we have 16 days left. Count them, 16. So we're very excited about that.
That's right, 16 days left. Before the big hoopla, I am not going to be there opening day, because screw that.
I still think we should dress up as Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock and go line up with the rest of them.
I'm totally down. I'm totally down.
Just to be those guys. I'm totally down with that. The post right now is on the Facebook, so go ahead and like it for XP. If you are not part of the Facebook group, please join. That's where we have all the really cool contests and conversations, and all the community gets together and kind of talks about gaming in general and things of that nature. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. And if you are on Twitter, please follow us on Twitter. We also have Instagram, and you can Instagram us a picture of yourself in the mirror, because I like that kind of thing. In regards to the Facebook group, when you join the Facebook group, you get experience points, which you can spend in-game to change the way we play and to change the story and the backdrop of this adventure that we're working our way through. So on that note, another great way to earn experience points is to be the most valuable post. And every week we have a most valuable post, which this week I would love to announce is our very own Chris Lawrence. Chris Lawrence, for his post, did anyone get any games over this past weekend or play any games? Again, a great post which involves the community, makes us think about what we played, and frankly, it actually encourages me to want to play more. When that post was live earlier this week, I hadn't played any games, and by the end of the week I had played a few games of Cosmic Encounter, as well as Betrayal at House on the Hill. So, well done, Chris. You get the experience points for that you can again spend to help out our players in-game. Well done. If you want to be most valuable post, all you have to do is be on the Facebook group and talk to us like we're human.
Now, on that note, Harlan, I would just like to do a shout out to everybody who submitted some role-playing vignettes this week. We had a huge conversation going with back and forth, text-to-text RPG encounter, which was amazing with the Invictus division. So thank you very much, guys. That was excellent.
Very good. All those vignettes that you guys do just make it flushes out the universe so much, and it makes it a lot of fun.
Definitely.
And on that note, on the note of the vignettes, I'm going to throw it to Justin for our community mission breakdown. Justin, take us away.
All right. So we had a somewhat different mission this week. I'll just jump right into it. So, this morning, as the sun was rising on Ebra, communications picked up a distress signal from Teal Koyi, one of the covert operatives who had been tasked with scouting the landscape for potential base locations. Close-range scanners that are back online as of recently indicate that the signal was activated at the bottom of a vast canyon only a few kilometers to the north. A search party must be formed to learn more about their whereabouts. Neither operative has responded to the transmissions. So this week we had to figure out who would go and search for Evans and Koyi, and who would stay and continue to protect the repair ship. So we kind of have two missions happening right now. We've got the defending of the ship, and then we've got the search party. So, first part, let's do the defending of the ship. As the sound of the speeder dies out, the rest of the Invictus crew get to work, making further repairs on the command ship and patrolling the perimeter. Oh, you know what? I jumped ahead. Sorry. Before that, after a brief emergency meeting held by Trask and Lore, The Invictus Division are divided into two groups. While most of the crew are assigned to stay with Commander Trask and the starships, a number of crew members volunteer to form a search party led by General Lore and Captain Vizsla. The search members quickly establish roles in the party and pile into a speeder whose heat signature has been dramatically reduced thanks to Ido and Nil from Squadron Support. With a final nod from Trask, the speeder races off into the canyon, soon to become lost in the jagged walls of Redstone. So, now defending the ship. Anybody who stayed behind to defend the ship, you guys were able to add a total of 18 influence to this mission. And I'm going to get David to roll. Do you have your dice ready, David?
In my head.
Okay. Pick a number between 1 and 100.
100. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Drum roll?
Drum roll, please.
All right, 49.
49, okay. So that is a success. So I'll quickly read that off. Thank you, David.
You're welcome, all.
So, after a few hours, as the sun reaches its zenith, a patrolling trooper hears an odd sound that is gradually getting closer. And it sounds kind of like... Do you know what sound that is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Immediately recognizing it as a probe droid, the trooper throws himself to the ground and activates his comlink down to the ship. Probe droid, incoming! Within a matter of moments, a crewmate arrives beside him, this one holding a large cannon-like weapon. Good thing you caught that. It would have been bad news if he got much closer. Let's put him to sleep, shall we? He pulls the trigger and is knocked back as a pale blue orb careens across the sand toward its target. The ion charge connects, and with a crash, the hovering droid collapses to the ground, once again letting silence fill the air. All right, so congratulations, defending the ship. You guys were successful. So, half of the mission is complete. Now the second half, we're out searching for the two covert operatives. And we will do that right now. So, the search party shoots down the canyon in their speeder, racing toward the location where Teal activated her distress beacon. Rindo expertly weaves his way through the narrow path at an alarming speed, careful not to hit a single boulder or pillar. As the sun reaches its zenith, they arrive at their destination. The canyon has been broadened, and at this point is likely its deepest, both walls reaching at least a kilometer into the sky. By the way, rebels use the metric system, obviously, if you weren't aware. The most notable feature of the area is a great gaping cave entrance on the southern wall. So 6 men hop out of the speeder and make their way toward the vast opening, while Rindo hides it behind some loose rocks and quickly joins them. Lore opens his comlink and reports to the findings to Trask. "We're going in," he says, before powering down the device. Blasters drawn, Lore and Saunter lead the way into the cavern, followed closely by communications officers Otto and Theron, while Captain Vizsla, Rindo, and Nil take up the rear. All right, so, Harlan.
Yo.
I've been requested that you do not roll this time.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send it over to Chris. But thanks, Harlan. Thanks for being there. Chris.
Yes, sir.
Will you get that 1d100 ready?
I have it ready to fire when you say.
All right. So basically, because everybody contributed so much influence to this mission, they automatically succeed because they contributed over 60 points of influence. But they don't automatically succeed. There is a chance of failure.
What's the chance?
If you get a 1.
Doesn't that sound like it's a role that Harlan should be doing? Just saying, he's with the Empire, and even though he's with the Empire, it's a really low success rate for him to screw them over this time.
Yeah, you know what? It is. It is. What do you think,
But
Harlan? Do you want it?
He might find a way. He might find a way. I'll roll. I'll roll.
All right,
No,
he's
let
gonna
him
do it. All right, we're doing the drum roll.
Bam! Oh! The opposite. That's
The
right.
exact
Definitely
opposite.
definitely with the rebels.
Very nice. All right, so
Feels a little wasted.
What would have happened if I had it?
It is really wasted.
yeah,
Oh,
what
I would have
happen,
rolled a
Harlan?
95 anyway.
I just tried. Okay, I that's where I was going. I was going to get some, because it's getting close to Christmas time. I went and got some eggnog, or as the
Yeah.
French like to say, lait de poulet.
Okay.
Ugh.
And I put rum in it the first time, and it's disgusting.
Isn't poulet French for chicken?
Yeah, milk of the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you want
Eggnog,
some.
milk of chicken, I guess.
Well, on
That's the
that
translation.
On that note, I want to congratulate the search party for success.
Way to go, search party.
Okay.
And this week, we're going to do something a little different for you guys. Basically, deep in the cavern, you find Mallory and Teal being held hostage by a tribe that the native sentient species on Ebra, the six-armed, spear-wielding humanoids known as the Ebranites, they're being held captive by them. Instead of me writing up a vignette, I thought, because we know that you're successful, this week I want you guys to write up to determine how you go about saving them. Okay? Now I'm going to post the mission tomorrow, and there's going to outline a few different options of what you guys can do. But I'm going to try to leave it as open as possible because I know you guys really like to get into the role-playing element of it. So as long as you guys keep an open discussion amongst yourself, I think this could lead to a very interesting story. So thank you very much, you guys. That is the end of the community mission. Big round of applause for you guys. Congratulations. And that leads us to our game. So, do you guys remember where we ended off last week?
Yeah, very exciting high note.
Care to elaborate?
I do, but I feel like I'm dishonoring Tal because it's really his big moment right now.
Yeah.
Tal, what happened? What happened to you at the end of the last game?
I was given a ship by my dead uncle.
That was sad. We should say that was
Actually,
sad.
it was really sad, yeah. No, I went through some emotional trauma last week, I think. Yeah? But I think all was repaired by my wildest dreams coming true.
You finally getting your shit.
It was cathartic. It was definitely cathartic.
Darth Cathartic? Isn't he the new bad guy?
Yeah. That's
Darth
actually my eventual
Cathartic.
Sith name at the end of this campaign. Darth Catharsis. Catharsis.
Well, okay, so I'll elaborate on the entire game, not just the ending.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we were asked by is he a counselor? Someone from the Empire, the representative from the Empire who's now in Barrack, taking over. What did you call him, Justin? Who's
The governor?
the
Governor Evich Genton.
Yeah, knowing that we are kind of the scouts of the area and know the land really well, he's here looking for the blue ramen. So he wanted us to give him the coordinates for where, we've been. In the end, we kind of went against it, right? We kind of went against it.
We did
the bare minimum that we could.
Put it this way. We gave him exactly what he asked for. We just didn't tour him around.
That's right, because he kind of turned into a jerk.
And I was
a jerk
on the Empire.
Yeah, you were hoping, but to no avail. And then as we were going out to the coordinates that we found in the uncle's, warehouse within Barrack, we came across his ship being attacked by TIE fighters. And we finally came across the ship, and it had been blown into the sky. And with his final words, he told Tal that whatever was ready. So we didn't actually quite get to the coordinates yet, but this is what we found, and he died. And we got a book from
He died.
the alien. He died, and we got the book
A
from
giant
the alien.
post went through his
yes.
body. Yeah.
The healer of sorts, I think. It seems like he's a healer.
Yes. Yeah, he's
And,
Carasite is the
Oh.
name of the species.
That sounds offensive. He's a parasite.
Parasite. Yeah,
Carasite.
they
with
take
a
our
parasite
jobs,
with a C.
those parasites.
You mean like blue ramen with a B?
Blue ramen with a B.
So
Parasite
then,
with a C.
with that horribleness ending, we kind of were lucky enough to not. We had the stormtroopers come upon us, and we didn't actually have to fight them in the end, which was lucky because I thought that's where that was going.
Oh, that's where it was supposed to go. I mean, that's where it was definitely going, but you definitely worked your way around it.
We ended up finally getting to the coordinates, and sure enough, there's this beautiful starship that is bequeathed to Tal.
Mm-hmm.
Another dirty word, bequeathed.
Although we
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
although we don't know what type of ship it is, it could be a hunk of junk, like the Millennium Falcon I've heard so much about.
But we'd love it all the same. It can still do something parsecs, something. Both there.
Yeah, the Kessel
That's how
Run.
much-
That's all
Oh,
right.
sorry. Thank you.
Kessel
That's
Run.
why we have you, Tal.
Something parsecs.
Yeah, so your ship, actually, if someone wants to pull up the ship sheet, we're going to fill that in quickly.
I got it right here.
There
Nice.
are statistics that you have to punch in for ships, just in case you guys decide you want to fly it.
For ships and giggles.
Just
ships
in
and
case.
giggles. All right. Wonderful. Okay, so what did you guys decide to name the ship? You're standing here in front of this massive Corvette. It's beautiful, in a kind of rough, beaten up sort of way. What did you decide to name it?
Oh boy. I don't know.
It's hard.
What's the option?
Oh boy, I don't know.
Oh, the oh boy.
The oh boy. That's homosexual.
Oh, we should go by the poll. Shouldn't we go by the poll we had?
Yeah, I think because it's tied at Trinity and Fox. I think the poll. I think
Right.
that's what it's tied at.
How about the Tri-Fox?
The Tri-Foxstar.
Star Fox.
I almost thought Trinity Fox, but it sounded a little porny. You know.
How about this? How about Fox? That's the name of the phoenix in Harry Potter, which flies, so it kind of makes sense.
Oh.
F-A-U-X.
So wait, this world is in the same world as.
Harry Potter. It's just another planet further away.
Cause
That's
that's
right.
a new theory, a new fan
Or you
theory.
could do the Trinity Fox.
Well,
I
that's
like
what I was just saying. Trinity Fox.
The Millennium Falcon, the Trinity Fox. Why not? That sounds kind of cool.
I mean, it does sound pretty cool.
When it's spelled that way, it doesn't look so porny.
Yeah, it's true. That's right. It's a very it's a like Harry Potter porny.
Yeah. Well, Harry Potter would be like this.
I can't see you.
That's regular. Oh, it's
Going very slowly.
it's Fox is F-A-W-K-E-S in the Harry Potter name.
Yeah. No, I saw that. Yeah. Okay, Trinity Fox. That's good.
Trinity
Yeah.
Fox. I like
Yeah.
it.
And you know what?
Let's do it.
What's really cool about that, actually, I don't know if you guys did this on purpose, but the actual
Smack
code.
champagne on it.
Yep, you can smack some champagne. Did you bring champagne? Is
Well,
it
I'm
in your
afraid it'll
inventory?
break. It'll be like we'll hit
Do you wanna-
the champagne will stay intact, but everything else will break.
Oh, nice. What's that from? That's from something.
I don't know. It sounds like should be.
I don't know if you guys did this on
Steve
purpose, but
Martin
the
or something.
code, the actual code for the Corvette is the TRF-02.
Well,
No way.
obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, that was
We did it on
is
purpose.
The TRF.
the Trinity Fox. Well, look at that. Crazy.
That's great.
Yep. All right, so hard points. You've got one hard point. Basically, a hard point is a customization area. So if you guys are at a starport and you're able to buy some fancy stuff for your ship, then you can customize it.
Hey, things you can attach things to.
Encumbrance capacity, I believe, is 60. I didn't write that down.
Oops. Palaces. 60? Got it.
Yep. And then we've got silhouette, speed, and handling. So your silhouette is basically the size of the ship. You guys have a silhouette of 4, which is larger than a TIE fighter and larger than an X-Wing, but smaller than a frigate and smaller than a... actually, it's bigger than some shuttles. So it's
frigate.
a decent size. Frigate all the heck. Okay, speed. You have a speed of 3.
For now, we're gonna soup this baby up.
Yeah,
Actually-
with one hard point.
Yeah.
Technically, right now you guys don't have any speed because you don't have a propulsion computer.
Oh.
I always picture with hard points that you can get those plugs for outlets that turn them into multiple plugs. Is that a thing?
Let's do that.
Oh yeah.
One hard point becomes 3.
Well, actually, if you get like a turret, that's basically what it is. That's what it's like in Star Citizen, where you get a turret, and if you were to just put one big gun, like a size 4 on that hard point, that would be like a big gun. But if you put a turret on, then you can put 2 small guns on it. So it kind of works like that too. Anyways, enough about that. Handling. You guys get 0 handling.
Oh.
0 handling. It's just the ship doesn't really help you out in that regard. And once again, because you don't have propulsion computer, you have even less handling. You just can't fly.
You have negative handling.
And depending on what propulsion computer you have in there, you could have a max of 0, but if you get a crappy propulsion computer, it might be less. Okay, we're on to defense. The fore, the port, the starboard, the aft. Yar. At 4, you've got a defense of 2. And at the aft, you've got a defense of 1. And port and starboard, you've got no defense.
What?
No deflector shields.
Frigate, you asshole.
0.
Come
I'm sorry.
on.
I didn't make those rules. This is based off of a...
So we either can fly right at them or run away. Those are options.
What a friggin' asshole.
No circling things.
No.
Circling them.
I wonder how many frigate jokes are going to be made in this small segment.
More.
Poop
Hopefully.
deck.
More.
Poop deck. Oh, good. Good. Okay, and then in terms of armor, you guys have 4 armor.
Fuck.
Okay. Is that good?
It's chainmail.
Like you mean
Armor, that
four
is
armor.
good. So that works kind of like soak.
like 4 head armor.
For something else.
Oh, 4 like for me armor.
For you.
For
Okay.
us armor?
For you.
Or word.
Good. Okay. So, if you guys fly that ship and you've got that written in there, that's not going to count as any armor.
I say we
4?
keep it.
Doesn't
Yeah.
count?
Okay, hull trauma. Hull trauma is basically your wounds. You've got a hull trauma of 23.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Does that mean every hit we get is 20 or something?
Every hit is
Yeah, right?
It's all scaled up.
Yeah.
Actually, if you get hit by a blaster, like a starfighter blaster, it's multiplied by 10, whatever the damage is.
Wow.
In person if you get hit.
Oh,
And then the system strain threshold is 15.
Okay.
Fitting.
No scope stuff to that eye. I don't know. That's an old joke.
What?
That was a callback to week 2.
You guys do have weapons too. The only weapons that you have are a heavy blaster, twin heavy blaster cannons
That's all we need.
mounted on a turret at the top. You guys saw that in the picture, and I can show you guys the picture
Yeah, let's see
of
it
the
again.
ship.
So pretty.
It is a pretty ship.
Ooh.
All right, so this is a
Train
ship.
Fox.
This turret, obviously, this is just one gun, but your ship has 2.
Oh, okay, good.
Double
And
awesome.
Also, it doesn't look like this. What do you guys think it looks like in terms of the paint and the coloring?
Why is that not it?
Oh.
It's not as clean as this.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Right?
And who colored? Is that actually a picture of the TRF-02?
No, I made that number up.
Oh.
So
Why?
what is this a picture of? What is this
What's
actual
the
model?
picture of? It's a shape. It's a shape.
What?
Look at the top.
Sometimes you type and you make a typo and you're just too lazy to change it.
It's funny because that was my go-to to look at where the name is, right? Whenever there's the name of a ship, I'm like, oh, the file name. That's funny. We should have named it that.
Well, I was hoping you would.
The shape. Shape.
All right.
This guy, you guys look over at me. What are you gonna name it? Shape.
I like shape.
What's it called? So what's the actual that picture of?
You know, I just looked up Star Wars Corvette, and
Okay.
it was one of the pictures. It looked like a suitable size, and it looks pretty cool, so I just went with it. I don't know what it's actually called. It's on DeviantArt, I'm pretty sure.
I'll find it. Oh, DeviantArt.
What do you
Deviant.
think for color, guys?
Black and blue.
Yeah,
Black
I was
and yellow,
thinking a
black
little
and
bit of
yellow.
like, yeah, kind of like dirty metallic blue underneath.
You know what you could do? I guess no. I guess it's a spaceship. Never mind. I was thinking like camo it. I was like black.
Black.
Just
Black
Black
with
with
white
little
dots.
stars on it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, sometimes it's good to be seen.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty much it for the ship. Basically, in terms, you've got the gunnery seat, so someone will sit at that turret and actually fire around. And if they're not in it, then obviously, then the pilot could do gunnery checks. There is a co-pilot chair, and then there is a pilot chair, obviously. So 3 spots that can be used in the ship. And we won't get into too many of the details right now because you guys might end up flying it, you might not. Who knows what's going to happen? Before we get into the actual game, thank you, Chris, for the reminder. We have to roll for destiny points. So I want everybody to roll a white dice.
All right.
A white die. Oh, right. Edge of the Empire die. I got a 2.
Oh, good. Counteracts my 1. Evil.
And some.
Okay, so
Oh shit.
Oh, no, it doesn't counteract that.
all right, so we've got 2 light side and then 3 dark side.
Son of a.
All right, that's good though. That's a good balance.
Yeah.
So, you guys are currently standing underneath your newly named Trinity Fox. And you're still in Mulder's hangar. The light is flickering. And, yeah. What do you do? Where do you go? Do you look around some more, or what?
This should definitely be where we, stay. This should be our base of operations at this point.
Yeah.
Pretty obvious, right? But let's explore around and see what else is in this place, because is it someplace we can live? Is there even beds or someplace to eat, that type of thing in here? Like a kitchen? That's what I mean.
Yep, there are some living amenities. There's what looks to be like a hot plate and a refrigeration unit, and two cots. Nothing. The sleeping arrangements aren't anything special. One of the cots is well made, and it looks like it hasn't been used in a long time. The other cot is like blankets thrown all over the place, and yeah, it's got like a box underneath, and it looks like this is where Mulder would have been sleeping.
Can we go check that box out?
Sure, of course. Okay, so you lean down under the bed, and you pull out this. It looks like a toolbox. And there's toolboxes everywhere, by the way. Just tools, laying on the ground and hanging from long cables on the ceiling. And you open this box expecting to see more, but you don't. You actually see a journal, you see a map, and you see a what looks to be a heavy-duty comlink.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that'd be good for calling Otto.
Yeah, doggy.
Yeah, doggy.
All right. So you've got these 3 things. Any interest in any particular one?
The comlink is probably pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you toss the comlink over to Crichton.
I see if I can first dial into basically Barrack. So do I know anyone in Barrack who would have a comlink?
Oh yeah. Definitely. Courtney has one.
Well, I'll try Courtney and see if the range is worth keeping.
Okay. So you guys are in a large mesa. You're basically underground right now, for all intents and purposes. I don't know. I just say that when I don't know what to say. And Chris is nodding like, yes, you do. Yes. So you're pretty much underground, and most comlinks you would expect wouldn't work. But sure enough, you punch in the numbers, and you actually get pretty clear reception of Courtney, and she comes in on the other line, and she says, "Hello."
Hello, this is Crichton. Am I speaking to Courtney?
Yeah, Crichton. Where are you? What's happening?
And as he does that, I quickly step in. I just put my hand over the mic, and I look at him kind of like, is this? Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell her anything. Just relax.
And I just hold. I say, but what if? Hold on. What if the Empire's monitoring incoming and outgoing calls?
Yeah. I'll be careful then.
And then I kind of go, all right, and I walk away.
I'm just checking this line. Courtney, everything fine where you are?
Yeah, everything's okay. Ridley's calmed down a bit, and she's... Oh, and she sounds tired. She sounds tired because it is late. You guys spent most of the night by that... Going to Mulder's ship and that encounter with the stormtroopers and then coming here. It's pretty late. It's maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. So she's tired.
Yeah, then I'll say, sorry to disturb you. Just wanted to check to see if this line was working.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for calling. It's good to hear from you, Crichton. I was expecting to see you yesterday, but...
and then I said, take care, and I hang up.
All right. So, she does...
Well, it works.
It works.
Would I get the impression that this could do interstellar communication? Or interplanetary?
The impression you get is basically it's really rugged. It looks like a comlink that miners might use for going underground.
Children? Sorry.
Yes, children.
Yeah, the ones who are
we're going under children.
That took me a second. Yeah,
sorry.
miners. Miners. Okay, so then there's a map and a journal.
Burn.
I immediately read the journal. That's the first thing I care about.
Okay. And Tarek, what are you doing at this time?
I'm going to head outside and I'm going to scout about a bit, I think, just to make sure. This seems awfully... I mean, I understand that it was hidden here, so maybe it's to a certain degree I'm trusting, but something's rubbing me the wrong way. So I'm just going to head outside and climb up on as far as I can to the mesa and see if I can't scout about a bit.
Okay, fair enough. So Tarek leaves, and do you tell them where you're going?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to check in Fox while he's doing that.
Okay, and then Crichton tries to figure out a way into the Fox. And eventually...
Just pushing every panel until...
And I say, watch it, man!
So you turn back, Tal, as you hear Crichton poking around at the ship, and you look in the journal. And as you flip through, a few entries catch your eye, mostly regarding the source. As the journal goes on and on, you realize that your uncle was pretty much obsessed with this source, and it talks about how him and his brother, your father, Aldous, would spend hours and into the night trying to work out different possible ways of reaching the source, and it talks about how they've been creating diplomatic ties with the local tribe of Ebranites in order to gain access into the underground network of caverns and tunnels and to where they believe the source is. And as you read about your father, you remember how much of a chemist he was and how much he liked to work on things like this, and you glance over to the dusty chemist station that looks like it hasn't been touched in a long time. And is there any information that you're looking for exactly, or do you just want to just sit there and soak in as much as possible?
No, I definitely sit there for a good 3 minutes, probably. Looking around thinking, oh, my father's hands were here last. Yeah. And I poke around, and I just kind of touch the beakers and stuff until I rest my eyes on something that looks interesting, which you would know what it is. Possibly. Sorry, am I GMing? No.
No, that's it. If there's something specific that you're thinking, then feel free to let me know.
No, I something catches my eye. Would there be something that looks like Lou Ramen, maybe?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely. It's more that it smells. No, it looks like Lou Ramen, but it smells putrid. It smells like
Okay.
it's been there for a long time, and whatever biochemical ingredients that were keeping it alive have since rotted and died off,
Okay.
creating an awful scent.
Okay. I don't really know much about, chemistry or any of that type of stuff, so it only interests me in so much as that my father had a big hand in it, really, to be quite honest. Tark is upstairs, so I can't alert him. It's who I
Yep.
would alert in that case, so I make a mental note to wait until he comes down to tell
Okay.
him.
I'm outside.
Outside. Okay.
Okay, and then in the meantime, you keep on poking around and looking
Yeah.
through the journal and.
Is there any way I can read sort of the last couple of entries?
Yes.
Just to kind of, because that would be what would be on my mind is like, what was Mulder doing before he, got chased down by TIE fighters? So.
Right.
Yeah.
So there is the very final entry is hastily written, just scrabbled down, and says, "They've found us." What?
Sorry, scrabbled is a great word.
Scrabbled is
Yeah.
it scribbled? Scrabbled?
Yeah.
It's scrabbled down really quickly, and it just says, "They've found us." Yeah, and that's it. But as you flip back further and further, there's a lot of talk about the Ebranites and a local Ebranite tribe known as the Rull tribe.
Okay.
And it sounds like, by what you read, Mulder has been able to make ties. Him and Aldous have made ties with the Rull. And it also says something about a visitor who the Rull took a particular liking to, but you have no idea who this visitor could be. It happened maybe about 2 months before the Empire settled down.
Okay. Well,
2
I
to 3 months.
immediately think that it's what's his name, the parasite. I think could it
Oh,
be?
the Karasite. No, actually, you do read that one of the ways that they were able to get the Rulls on their side was by opening trade between the Karasites
Okay.
and the Ebranites.
Okay.
Okay, so they sold. The Karasites are very medicinal. They're very interested in medical sciences. They are pacifistic. They don't fight. They only believe in healing. And with the Luramen, your father and your uncle wanted to create a trade between the two, rather than getting the Empire really involved, or the rebellion, because they wanted to have two similar sized tribes working together.
Right.
Like fair trade, fair trade sort of stuff.
Okay.
So so it has open talk about the Karasites. It's not
Okay.
Yuk-Tuk that they're talking about, and he does mention Yuk-Tuk and how he's helping him just find the source and experiment on it and stuff.
Okay.
But we're going to jump over while you're looking through there. We're going to jump over to Tark, who has left, and he is underneath a starry night. It is very fresh, brisk, cold temperature.
It's a fresh night.
A desert
I'm going
wasteland.
to see if I can find a way up to the mesa on top. How high is it roughly?
It is probably about 500 meters high.
I could jump that. Okay, then I'll just find an area that's relatively inclined.
Okay.
And basically, I would do what I would normally do if we were out scouting and we camped for the night. I would check the perimeter, do a quick, kind of make sure everything is safe, and just do a few perceptions rolls, I guess, as I'm doing so.
Okay, so you do manage to find a way to the top. It does involve some climbing, but with your years of experience, it isn't terribly difficult to navigate your way to the top of the mesa. And looking out over the horizon, you actually see, you can see Barrick from here. There is a lot of, I guess there's a dip in the landscape, and then you can just see the light pollution from Barrick in the sky in the distance.
Okay. Okay. And then can I do a perception roll? Just
Definitely.
to, I guess, check it around.
Yep.
All right. My perception I have increased. We upgraded, or we had experience points from last game that we all spent on various things, FYIs. And I upgraded my perception, as well as my medicine and my xenology. So I will roll perception, which is, I believe, now 2 yellow. Let me just pull it up to make sure. And what difficulty is it?
It is going to be just an average check, because it is a clear night, but because it is dark, I'm going to give you a setback.
Okay, so I'll do 2 yellow, 2 purple, and 1 setback, correct?
Right.
Here we go. Bang, bang, excellent bang, and then 3... Are those disadvantages or are they hit misses? I forget.
Those are disadvantages.
Okay, so I got a great advantage, then 3 disadvantages, then 2 successes.
3 successes.
Oh, that
counts as a success.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
What a confusing system.
So, looking out over the horizon, you hear it before you see it. The sound, the humming sound of a TIE fighter, and you quickly find cover, and you watch as a TIE travels by about a kilometer away from you, and you follow it. It looks like it's just on a regular patrol.
What is it patrolling for? Can I see where it leaves? Which direction it heads in?
It's heading north. And it looks like it's circling around, and it looks like it might come back towards Barrick.
Okay. What I'm doing, since it's far enough that I can see Barrick in the distance, I want to be scanning the horizons to see if I can't find the governor and his ship, to see if they're patrolling anywhere nearby.
You can go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna sit there quietly.
Watching. Oh,
yeah.
if they go anywhere, okay.
Yeah,
so
well, because it was 5 hours away, correct? That we are now.
Yes. Yeah.
So
it's about 5 hours away.
Assuming that they would have left right after we gave them the information, which based on the immediacy might have been true.
They were going to leave. Their plan was to leave in the morning.
Perfect. Then yeah, I'll watch Barrick until they leave.
Yeah. So probably a few hours from now. Now keep in mind, you guys. No, actually, you guys aren't that tired. You guys have stayed up late before. You can usually do about 30 to 40 hours without starting to feel the effects of fatigue. So we're not going to play into that. Okay, so Tark is watching Barrick, and Crichton, you.
I'm just exploring the ship, looking around.
Okay, so eventually you do find an opening to the ship.
Is there an opening to this mesa? Like, how does the ship supposed to get out? Is there this big garage door, or is it a roof opening?
Good question. You know, gymnasiums in high schools, elementary schools.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
I am familiar.
Chris is a teacher. There are the dividers in the middle. There are 2 big dividers that go up maybe 20 meters into up to the ceiling, and they meet in the middle, and then you can just roll them back, or pull them back along the track that is made. They're currently closed, and yeah. So
okay. So anything inside the ship at all? I'm just exploring a little bit.
Looking in the ship, you'd have to do a perception check as you're looking around.
Okay. So regular difficulty?
Regular difficulty, yep.
2 purple, 2 green, right?
Right.
3 successes and 2 setbacks.
Okay. So you look around the ship and you get a really good feel for it. You find the gunning station, the turret, and you find the cockpit and co-pilot's chair easily enough. In terms of, it looks like it's pretty well put together, and there is one little opening that underneath the dash of the cockpit, that looks like Mulder left this open because he intended to put something into it.
Do I assume that's where the thing that's missing needs to go with the propulsion device?
The propulsion device, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't think of, Crichton can't think of a way to get a propulsion device at this point.
Unless I try really hard to think about it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the ship. It looks pretty beat up on the inside too. You get the feeling that even though actually you don't know what the origins of the ship are really, but you get the feeling that it's been through a lot, and the people that used it before were probably, well, they were pretty messy people. It looks like
are there any blaster marks on it or anything though?
Yes, yeah, there are blaster marks.
Any hidden chambers, as if for smuggling, that type of thing?
I'm going to say because of your disadvantages, you don't find anything.
3 successes?
Yeah, so you know where the propulsion computer goes.
Wow.
That was
Fair
pretty
enough.
obvious. I mean, I guess it's tricky to say, what is a success?
All right, well, I'm going to keep looking around kind of thing, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, the history of the ship kind of thing. And
okay.
So if it is a smuggling ship, if it is a fighting ship, if it is a cargo, if it is what it is used for, just transport. And so I know that there's blaster marks, so I can infer that it's been some sort of combat at some point. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so we will go to Tal, and then we'll come back to you once for another roll after the group. Tal, so we're back to you. So you're flipping through the journal.
Yeah.
And do you want to take a look at the map or look for any more information in the journal?
I think that I would, at this point, I would just be so excited to go into the ship that I would probably just grab the map.
Okay.
And go check out the ship with Crichton, because I'd be a little jealous of Crichton that he got to go in it first. So.
Yeah. So you grab the map.
You're the one reading the book.
I know. I realized halfway through, what am I doing?
Yeah, you had a choice. So you grab the map, and a little slip of paper falls out from the map, and.
Well, I checked that out.
Inside. You checked that out, okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the ship, you're like, oh, but it's a little slip of paper. These generally are important.
Yeah, the last one led me to this.
Yeah, it's actually a grocery list, actually. That's all it is. You spend 5 minutes.
And I find all the secrets before you get on there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you actually find it's a letter written in a different handwriting than Mulder's or your father's. You don't recognize it, but you can read it out.
Oh, I want me to read it? Hello, Justin Space.
Can you see it?
No, I can't. Can you guys?
I can.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't. No,
I
all I see is Justin's picture.
Click off of it and then click back onto it a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Mulder, I was hoping to do this in person, but you're not here. Wait, do you want me to read the whole thing?
Please.
Yeah, okay. I finished my tour and have many other planets to check out. I just wanted to let you know how grateful I am for being such a tremendous help while I was here. If it weren't for you, I'd have spent twice the amount of time exploring this planet on my own. Ebra has a
Ebra.
lot of potential. Some of the caves you showed me are perfect for the sort of thing we are looking for. Also, the diplomatic ties you made with the nearby Ebronite tribe is excellent, and I hope you'll continue. If you are right about them and that source you speak of, this planet could be just what we need to tip the scales in our favor. Anyway, I'll report it all back to the higher-ups, and they'll make the call of whether to send a division here to set up camp. Frankly, I can't see why they wouldn't. I'll forward your comlink info to them and them if and when they arrive. Thanks again, and may the force be with you. Coral Marcus. P.S. I had my astromech plug into that Corvette you're working on and rewrite some of the code on its operating computer. I don't know how you plan to fly that thing with all the bugs it was carrying.
So after reading that, you deduce that this was the visitor. This was the person who came and was scouting out the planet.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, anyways, you snatch it up and you go to the ship.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way in and you see Crichton poking around. He's feeling at panels, trying to find hidden compartments.
I say, what'd you find?
I point out the blaster marks. I said, just trying to get a feel of what the ship was used for. I mean, where did your uncle get it?
And I refer back to the letter because I was reading it, and
it doesn't say anything about a ship.
Right. Say, I don't know, but
after, so you showed me this letter?
Yeah, I quickly show Chris the letter.
Well, this Carl person we might need to contact at some point.
Is this comlink info anywhere? No, I guess not.
No. He says that he would forward the comlink info to the people that he was talking about.
Right.
But he didn't say.
Sit and wait.
Yeah, he would forward Mulder's info.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I just start looking around the ship. I get in the cockpit for a second, like a child, in the seat a little bit, and then I go back to check out. I'm expecting. Crichton, did you show me anything? Like, does he tell me about?
Yeah, I show him obviously where something's missing, and I assume it's the propulsion device that was spoken of earlier.
I then think very hard, mechanically speaking, about how we might fix this. Is there any way I can roll for that, or?
You definitely can roll a mechanics or a computer.
Yeah, but mechanics.
Okay.
Right. So I up that with my XP to 3, right? So.
Yeah. So you are going to be rolling, I believe.
2 yellows, 1 green.
2 yellows, 1 green. Perfect.
And 2 purples.
And it is going to be only 1 purple. I'm going to make it an easy task.
Ah.
What the hell?
What?
What task is he doing? Oh, I was figuring out. Okay, I thought you were talking about searching.
Yeah, no, he's not searching. He's not
searching. Favoritism.
Okay, so 2 yellows, 1 green, 1 purple. All right. Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
That is excellent. So.
That's a full blast, boy.
Oh, I remember. I have one in my pocket.
You know exactly where you can get a propulsion computer. And
Tashi Station?
You guys mentioned it last week. You could get one from the land speeder. You could snafu the propulsion computer out of the land speeder, plug it into this one. Now, that chip that you would be plugging in wouldn't have the same, I guess, speed or efficiency as an actual Starship propulsion computer. It's different. But you feel very confident that you would be able to hack your way into it and make it work with the ship so that it's at least flyable. It won't be up to full capacity. You won't be able to have the speed to leave the atmosphere or handle the way you would normally be able to. But you could definitely get it up flying at a pretty good pace.
Okay, I immediately leave to go see if I can find Tark and go get the thing for the land speeder.
Do you leave Crichton there?
I I don't know. Hey, Creighton, you want to come with? I think I know I can fix this baby up.
Sure.
Fox will fly again.
I got nothing better to do.
Well, you can stay on the ship and keep searching if you
I'll
want.
keep searching. No, I'm gonna poke around some more, see if I can find where your uncle keeps that liquor.
Okay. And I'll say, in more David fashion than Tal, I'm a little scared.
You're scared of what, Tal?
TIE fighters and the people that killed my
Darkness. So what do you mean? You're afraid to go out there by yourself, Tal, is what you're saying?
Well, yeah, I need cover.
Tal, Tark has got your back. If anyone's got cover, what am I gonna do? I got a big stick.
Okay, that's fine. All right, cool. I'll go and find the propulsion computer.
Just tell
And
Tark,
Sorry.
where you're going.
Yeah, so I'm going to the speeder. I'm going to get the computer out of there and fix this guy up, or lady up. I get out of the ship and I grab the appropriate tools that are just hanging around because I know
hammer
my
and nails.
tools. Yeah, hammer and nails. Yeah, a big crowbar.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of those, like, you know, the kid grabby things that's just a hand that closes and opens. All of them.
And a hair dryer.
Yeah. Oh, shit, where is it?
I was gonna say your holdout blaster.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do my roll while he's getting.
Well,
there.
actually, we're going to Tark.
Tark doesn't get a turn. We go me, Tal, then Tark.
I'm
Tark,
okay with that.
You're up at the top, and you hear some footsteps from below, and you position yourself, and you see through your scope, because he is pretty far down, Tal walking towards the speeder with pep in his step.
Okay. Does he? I'll just keep watching.
Okay, so you watch as he steps towards the speeder, or where you know the speeder is. You can't really see it at this angle, and it looks like he hops inside, and he's got a box of tools with him, and he starts fiddling around. You hear like.
So I assume I know Tal's a bit of a gearhead, and I trust him. So I figure he's just taking something off the speeder, which he is. And I'll go back to watching Barrick.
Okay. So you go to watch Barrick, and at this point, we'll say that you guys have spent about an hour sitting up top, looking around the ship, and with Tal in the looking at the journal. And the sun is just starting to create light to the east, towards Barrick, more or less. And after a few minutes, as the sun begins to poke up over the horizon, you see a shuttle. You see a shuttle over Barrick. And it rises out of the top, where you know that the top of Barrick has mechanical doors where they keep their hangar. They keep their hangar in the mesa.
Mm.
And so it's very, very small from what you can see in your scope, but it flies towards the southwest, it looks like.
Away from us?
Away from you.
Okay, well, I follow it as far, I track it as far as I possibly can before it disappears from sight.
So it looks like it is going towards the canyon, the Grithsoren Canyon, the south end. And actually, from the map that you gave them, the most interesting, the best area of interest would have been the part of the Grithsoren Canyon where, if you guys remember, back in Game 1, right at the beginning, you guys saw a fight.
Yeah.
It looks like they are headed somewhere in that direction. You can't say for sure. They might change course, but if they fly as the sparrow flies, or the crow. As the crow flies.
Bam
ring rate.
Walks, or whatever is whatever Star Wars would be.
As the TIE flies.
As the TIE flies.
they will reach that spot.
Perfect. Then I will make a mental note of that and one last scan of the horizon, and then I will get up and head down.
Perfect. Okay. Good stuff. So as you're making your way down carefully, we're going to go back to Crichton.
Yeah, I'll make my roll.
Crichton, with your roll, you got 3 successes before?
I haven't rolled the second time. That's my first roll.
Right, okay. So roll a second time, and I'm going to give you a boost because you already have spent time looking.
Okay. So 1 blue.
Average. 1 blue, yeah. It's not as overwhelming anymore. So 1 blue and then the 2.
There you go.
So
two
successes, no disadvantages. So you, looking around the ship, you make your way into where the hangar bay is, where the cargo would be kept. And it looks, it's kind of weird. It looks like it's been reconfigured. Everything is still covered in grime and soot, so it doesn't look like Mulder has really messed with this area too much. But it doesn't look like the full capacity of what the cargo hull should carry.
Mm-hmm. So it tells me that there is a chamber or something.
There is a chamber somewhere, yeah.
And can I find it? Or do I need to tell Tal about this and then hopefully he can figure it out?
No, you can. Well, you can look for it. So you step into the cargo bay and you start to feel a little nauseous.
Radiation poisoning?
No, well, you don't know, but you're feeling just a little queasy. And as you step towards the wall that shouldn't be there,
A hologram.
You start feeling more and more queasy. And it gets to a point where you're right beside the wall and you have to bend over and hurl. There is something very
A
off
force field.
with whatever's on the other side of this wall.
Huh. Can I push through it?
It isn't a force field. It is an actual wall.
Can I get through the wall? That's what I'm saying.
So you'll have to do another check. And
Like a will
this
save?
one, no. This is just a perception again, but you need 3 successes for this one. This is going to be a hard check, because whoever put this wall here, you feel wouldn't want it to be
Found out.
figured out how to get to the other side.
All right. Well, do you want me to roll or do you want me to wait?
Nope, roll. Go ahead.
Same roll?
Yep, same roll. No, this time it's with 3 purple, and I'm not giving you the boost this time.
I want the boost.
Well, can't give it to you. In fact, I really should give you a setback because you're so queasy.
But I got great willpower. I have so much willpower.
All right, it cancels out. So just 3 and your perception.
Okay, let me do a 0 roll so that way I get rid of those other ones. Okay, 2 and 3. I don't even know if it's possible. Apparently not.
Okay. So as you try to look up for a handle, a latch, something, and before you can even make your way to the wall or find anything, you heel over again and puke up whatever.
Something I didn't even eat.
Something you didn't even eat.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll leave that to someone who has better perception, and I walk out wiping my mouth.
Yeah.
Well, that is weird.
Well, I mean, yeah, you'd like if you had everybody there looking, then that would make it a lot easier to.
Right.
Right.
Well, I walk over to Tal. I walk out to see Tal working on the thing, and I tell him about it. And I kind of wave towards Tark to come down. I give him the signal that I need him.
And I walk down.
Yeah. So Tark, you make it to Crichton, and Tal, you manage to. Oh. No, I'm gonna say that with the tools and with the fact that you've worked on the speeder so much, you can just get it out.
Yeah.
You get the propulsion computer out, no problem.
Listen, a few screws.
Tark and Tal, I had my suspicions about this ship. I wanted to know exactly where it came from. I mean, it's not very common for. Your uncle was wealthy enough to have 1 ship, but to have 2 ships. Sure enough, I found some sort of barrier in the hull that suggests there's a chamber behind it. And every time I got close, I felt so sick that I couldn't even perceive what was beyond it. So maybe with your guys' help, I'll be able to figure out what's down there.
Yeah. Let's
You
do
felt
it.
sick when you did it.
Yeah, it made me queasy to my stomach to the point where I'm hungry again.
You puked in your ship, Tal.
Son of a...
I'll clean it up.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so you guys make your way back up.
Yeah, we
into
roll down.
the hangar, and you go to the ship, and Creighton leads you to the same spot, and Creighton, you feel just as queasy, maybe a little less queasy now that you know what you're expecting. Your body's a little bit used to it, but Tal, you guys feel fine. You feel absolutely fine stepping into the hangar, and but you do see the wall that Creighton is talking about, and it does look, there's something odd about it.
Yeah, I'm pointing towards, like, I can't even get close to that. That's just making me so sick. Right on the other
Okay.
side of that wall, there's something.
Let's figure this out. Are you with me, Tark?
Yeah, and I walk up and I touch the wall. I'm kind of like, you're saying this wall makes you feel sick? What's
Yeah,
behind it?
it's obviously hiding something. I mean, look at the depth of the hull versus where this wall is. There's got to be some. I don't think, Tal, is there any machinery that could be behind there?
I don't know.
Is it a nuclear reactor and you got radiation poisoning and we're all dying?
That's why I thought it. We
All
don't know
right,
what that is.
I'll roll a perception then.
A flux capacitor.
So with Tal helping you, Tal, what is your, I guess, presence?
My presence is presence.
Past.
Two. I think it's two, or it's cunning. Sorry. So you're gonna give Tark a boost die, and so is Creighton. So Tark, you get 2 boost die for your perception check. It is a hard check.
So
And-
3 purple.
3. Yeah.
Okay, and that's everything?
Yep.
All right, here we go. We got 1 triumph.
Okay. So you both, the 3 of you, Creighton from a distance, look at the wall, and you spend a few minutes on it, and you can't find anything. It's like it was, it's like it was there from the very beginning. That nothing has ever changed. And Tark, you place your hand on the wall, and you kind of relax with a sigh of exasperation, and you turn back to tell them that you don't think you're going to find anything. And as you turn, your hand shifts slightly on a loose panel.
No, there is something here. And I move the panel.
And moving the panel, you see a latch on the inside. It's high up, but you think you would be able to reach it.
And I turn to Creighton, and I say, maybe step out for a minute. If this is making you feel sick.
Tark,
Maybe.
you don't have to tell me twice. I'm out of here. And I go upstairs and I sit upstairs and I sit down on one of the benches that are in the ship.
Okay.
Kind of gathering my stomach.
So Tark, you ready yourselves to pull the latch. Okay. And a thin door slits open, only about a foot wide, but it leads into what it's a dark compartment.
This is within the ship or within the actual...
Within the ship.
Oh.
Within the ship. In the loading bay.
So I take a look.
Okay. And with your red glow rod, you peek inside, and what you see disgusts you. There are 3 what looks to be holding cells, and crumpled in the bottom of each cell are bones.
And I turn to Tal and I kind of say, just in case you might know someone, maybe let me go in first. And I take off my hat now being the only one not wearing a hat. and I head inside to take a look.
Okay. So they're not bones, they're corpses. They're corpses of people. They haven't rotted to the point where they are bones yet. But you start to feel a little queasy based on this, but
I use my scarf.
But yeah, so you see them there. They're corpses. Two of them look to be human. One of them looks to be I will say a Twi'lek.
So I'm going to go up and I'm going to take a look at the corpses and search them.
Okay. So it doesn't look like they were wearing much. Whatever they had on them must have been stripped from them before they were put in these holding cells.
So, okay, and I'll do a perception around the cell to see if there's anything else.
Okay, go ahead.
Difficulty?
It is going to be an average difficulty.
2 difficulty?
Yep.
How big is this? Okay.
Pretty small.
Let's do that. So 1 disadvantage, 1 success.
Okay, so looking around, you don't see anything, nothing obvious on shelves, but you do step on one panel in the ground that, after lifting it up, reveals that there are some boxes inside.
And I crouch down and I kind of open the boxes to take a look inside.
Okay, so as you open the first box, you see it's got some... it doesn't have any clothes in it. It looks like it's got some identification. And inspecting the identification, you see that this is probably the person in the far left cell. And they were a traitor.
Oh, okay. What's the name on
it? Hans Johnston.
Okay. Is there anything else? Anything else in the boxes?
You find a credit card.
A single credit. Okay.
Credit card. You don't know how much is on it. Okay. And you find what looks to be a religious item. You find some more in the other boxes. You find the other ID tags of the other people. One of them it says is a trader, one of them it says is an artist, and another one says is a intelligence administrator.
Wait, so trader isn't like trades things, or like a traitor with a T?
Oh, I assume it's in trades things.
Merchant.
Okay.
Because if you have IDs for being a trader,
well, no, you never know.
My spy card, sir.
All right. Well, I collect all the things and I turn off my light and I head out and I shut the compartment. I guess. Well, I ask Hal if he wants to look, but I hand the ID cards to him and ask him if he recognizes anybody because I don't.
Okay.
I kind of get the gist of what's going on from it, right? Can I do that? Get the gist of kind of that. There's a big, a foul smell that comes out of the area. Yeah. And instead of going in, because I feel like I need this to not be my uncle's fault. So I go to the journal to try and find where they found the ship.
Okay. So you go leafing through the journal. You do find an entry, maybe about a year and a half ago. This was before your father went missing. He had been coming back from your uncle Mulder had been coming back from a trade mission, and he was attacked. He was attacked by pirates, and it actually says that this ship, he actually managed to defeat the pirates and with the Lancer and was able to tow them back to the planet.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I'm going to drag out all the bodies.
Okay, so Tark just starts dragging out bodies.
As I see Tark doing that, I'll probably start helping him too, if I can hold that much.
So
I say we can't have a pyre. I guess we'll have to bury them.
I say wait. Can I see them?
Yep.
Yeah, I say wait.
All right, Jared Combs.
this this might sound crazy.
Oh, he wants to sketch them? I was like, okay.
No.
That's crazy.
There's something over on that table over there that smells disgusting, but it looks like my father was working on it.
I don't think you're crazy, and I get where you're going.
Should we try? Now, I'm gonna get to the end of my sort of thought process. I feel like we can maybe bring these people back to life.
No, that's not my thought process. Hold on.
That's where I thought he was going with that one.
Okay,
Yeah?
I have a maybe, but no, I don't think so. I don't think that. Well, maybe, but I was
Guys
thinking
are pretty
more,
far gone.
They're pretty far gone, yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
pretty.
Here's what I am thinking though. We have our speeder outside that we don't need anymore, and we have 3 bodies.
Dead bodies. One of them
I
isn't
say-
human, though.
But I think if they're burnt beyond recognition, it ain't gonna make a difference.
I agree.
I think
So we crash the speeder into the side of something.
Before we do
burn it
that,
to the ground.
Before we do that, though, can we try feeding it some of the pungent liquid, just a little bit?
I'm gonna do. Hold on. I'm gonna do a medicine check on it.
It's
to
going to
see
be
if
that
that's
much harder to
possible.
light it on fire, though, once they're alive. I'm just saying.
Yeah, let me.
I don't know. I just feel like
Well, let me roll medicine to see if that's
Okay,
even
anyone's ever-
possible.
I don't know if anyone's ever read Jonathan Strange, that book. Anyone?
No.
No.
Okay, he brings some people back from dead, but they're like old dudes, and they're like just walk around as these corpses, annoying everyone. Anyway, sorry.
That would be
Yeah,
fun.
that's what we want.
Jonathan Strange, that's a lot like Thomas Odd.
Ah,
Odd
One of
Thomas.
those. Odd Thomas, yeah.
nice.
Let me roll
Sorry
medicine.
for the brief aside there.
Uncanny
That's
Valley.
okay.
We're just saying words.
Let me roll medicine on the bodies or the potion to see if either of those combinations is even possible.
Okay.
So which would be, I guess the bodies would make sense, right? To see if there's even, like, they might not have organs. Like, if they come back and they're not even organs, it's...
The legs fall off as the idea is made. It's like, I don't think it's going to work.
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty, you're trying to figure out how they died?
I'm going to see if it's even possible to bring them back.
Okay.
If this is the blue
It's
ramen
it's
at all.
going to be an easy medicine check.
Okay, here we go. Let's do this. So 2 successes and a disadvantage.
Okay. So as you are trying to decide whether or not, or trying to figure out, you do realize no, it would not bring them back to life. What the Lu Ramen is just a healing agent. The regular Lu Ramen is just a healing agent. Maybe if it was the source, that Mulder's been talking about, which is a different chemical altogether, then maybe you might be able to bring them back. But just because it's Lu Ramen, that's what they use in med packs. It'd be like trying to use a med pack on these guys.
So there's no source on this table.
There's no source on this table.
Okay.
The source in the journal, it doesn't say that the source has been found yet. In fact,
Okay.
very close, and his work with the Rull tribe has led him to believe that one more visit and he will, but it doesn't look like he was able to get that visit in.
So with that we've decided that that's not going to work. I talked to Tark and I said, I like your train of thought, and I like the way that we could subvert any conspicuousness that is associated with us. But to what end? Because then we can't ever go back to Barrack while the Empire's there.
Yeah, but last time we gave our names to the Empire, we gave them 3 fake names. So I think having 3 bodies, at least... My thinking is...
Oh, just to fool, you're saying the troopers that saw us out here.
Oh, yeah.
Not to put our actual IDs in there and...
Yeah.
No, I don't necessarily think we need to... I do think... Put it this way. Okay. We gave a map to the Empire. Then we left. We lied about leaving. We told someone to lie for us. We lied to a stormtrooper about who we were, and now we're out here with a rebel ship. I think at this point our intentions, or your intentions, are to join the rebellion, and I'm on board because I'm loyal to you guys. And right now I think the Empire is as evil as they think it is. So my thinking is sooner or later someone is going to come looking for us, either to get more information on the map or to call on us. I think we burn the bodies, we burn our IDs, we make it look like we died in an accident, and then we're free to join the rebellion without the Empire chasing us.
And break ties completely with
It
Barrick.
sounds easy.
Well, I think breaking ties with Barrick is tough, but I think if we're joining the rebellion, I don't think there's any half measures, and I leave it on you guys. I will follow you guys either way you choose. But if we're joining,
it's going to be a hard pill to swallow, but in the end, I think that is the only thing. Is there a way we can do it without destroying the speeder, though? I'm very attached to that.
well, we're taking the drive out of the speeder anyway.
Yeah,
Aren't we?
the speeder is basically useless at this point. We're not going to use it again.
We should replace the part with a similar looking metal function so that when it is destroyed, it won't look obvious that we took a part from it. And we should destroy it far enough away from here so that they're not suspicious about this cave.
Is it pretty well hidden, though, like the thing that I took out? Would we need to do that, Justin?
I mean, depending on how you crashed it, are you planning on setting it to fire?
No, I think what we should do is mimic
Crash
the
it.
Ebra.
Really high speeds into the side of a Mesa or something like that.
Well, I was going to say have it as if the Ebernites attacked us.
If you... Oh, okay.
That's going to be tough to do with the bodies. Bodies will look unattacked. Like, the only thing we can say is burn them.
Well,
you
don't
may be able to...
We could use the... I was saying, could we use the gunner from our ship and like just blow it up, or would that just be like, wait, who other than Imperials did this?
I think our best bet is to load it with chemicals and crash it into the side of and drop it off a canyon or something like that, and have it blow up at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because that way it burns the bodies, makes them unrecognizable, but there might be enough evidence that it was the speeder. They won't be able to really salvage any parts from it.
True.
Now keep in mind, one of the bodies is a Twi'lek. So if you guys did...
Well, again, if we blow it up enough, it's not going to be a problem.
If we burn it to ashes, it's not going to be found. But if they do, I mean, enough that there's an exoskeleton. I can behead the Twi'lek because that's the only part that's different than a human.
That's true.
I think crashing. I think crashing and burning is an easier option, but I think Ebernites is a more likely outcome. We've been in the field for how many years?
Let's think this out then. Where do we go from there? We contact the rebellion?
Yeah, I think we crash the speeder.
Should we contact them before we make this decision? Because maybe they would rather us be on the inside working outward than...
You know what? And Tark stands up. I dropped the bodies at the point because I was bringing them out. The other thing is we can keep them on the ship and jettison them into space if we ever needed to, like, pretend we died on ship or something. But no. I strapped on the bodies, and I grabbed it, and I say, honestly, I'm in for whatever you guys want. But this is your decision to make. And I step outside, and I go back up to my top of the mesa, and I keep scout.
I go to Tal, I say, if at all we're making our stance, then we're saying we're going to be with the rebellion, then they are more knowledgeable and more intelligent than we are. We only have a small piece of information here. And if we're going to do something so brash as excommunicate ourselves from Barrick, we should make sure that it's actually in a worthwhile cause. So I think we should contact the rebellion and see what actions they would like us to move forward with.
That sounds like a fantastic plan.
So I grab the transponder, and I see if I can get a connection to Otto.
Okay.
The new comlink?
Yeah, I actually go outside to try.
Okay. So you step outside, and at this point, the sun, it's been another hour, and the sun is actually up in the sky, quick mornings, and it's probably about, I don't know what time it is, but the sun is up, and you punch in Otto's communication, the communications that Otto would be a part of, and a voice comes through on the other side. Not an Thorian voice, a human voice. It says, "Hello? Hello?"
Hello, this is Crichton Agathon. To whom do I speak?
Oh, Crichton Agathon. Well, my name is Theron Lavrentios. I'm a communications expert here at, how did you get this number?
I was given this number by someone who said that I can get in touch with a man named Otto.
Oh, well, Otto works here. But I don't know if I can trust you.
Well, I'm inhabitant of Ebron. Ebron?
Ebra.
Ebra, sorry. I live in Ebra, and Barrick has been taken over by the Empire. Do you know of anything about this?
I do.
Can I speak to Otto, please?
Otto isn't in right now. He had to go out on a mission.
Mission for whom?
It's confidential. I wouldn't be able to give that information to you unless I knew that you were trustworthy. Is there any way that I can...
I was given this number by our leader here, who goes by the name of... So bad with names. Ridley.
Okay. And how do I know that you're not an Imperial agent?
Mulder also wanted me to contact you.
Mulder? Okay. How do you know Mulder?
Mulder, a close friend of ours, is also a relative of one of my companions, named Tal Ruth.
Ah, okay. I see. Well...
I won't say I'm with the Empire, but I'm definitely against the actions that they have taken here in Barrick.
Yes.
So I'm looking for ways that I can help my people be free from the tyranny that I can see is taking hold here.
Okay. Well, tell you what. Normally, I'd have to punch you through to the commander, but I don't know if he'd believe you based on the information that you've given me. But I think I might be able to help you. What can I help you with, Creighton?
We are in a particularly interesting situation here, as we are the scouts and the scavengers for this planet, and therefore we are outside of the control of the Empire at this point, and we're now at a crossroads. We can act in a way that would lead them to believe we have deceased and died, and therefore act outside of their knowledge, or we can continue to move within their belief that we are aiding them. We're looking for guidance from authorities who have worked against the Empire.
Right. Well, normally in this situation...
What evidence tells me that you're not the Empire?
Well, how did you get this number?
Again, I've told you that already.
Okay, well, if you got this number, then you are speaking with a rebel, unless...
I'm not even speaking to Otto, who I thought this number was who I was getting to.
I told you Otto left on a mission.
What mission?
It's a search party. We just crash landed not too long ago, maybe about, well, 8 hours here, and we were trying to establish a base of operations, and 2 of our members went out, but they didn't come back, so we had to send, I think it was 8 members went out with the speeder. I stayed back because I'm the only member of communications left. Otto
Is there any way there's some representative that I can meet in person, perhaps in a disclosed location here on Ebra?
Well, not at this point. Right now, all of our forces are set to defend this location, or they're out at the search party. But
can I get a sense at all about this person?
Sure. You can do a.
Not skullduggery.
No.
So that'd be.
It's kind of like perception. Cool, maybe.
We can do cool. Let's do cool. Vigilance.
Cool would be, yeah, if they were like trying to charm you or negotiate or.
Yeah, I'd be able to tell.
Basically.
Yeah, I'll do cool.
I think we all need to have like sunglasses for when we all do the cool roll.
That is true. That is true.
So one green, one yellow, and how many purple?
2 purple, average.
So only one, because the yellow replaces one of the greens, right?
Right. Okay, disadvantage. So you can't tell.
The connection's not very good.
Yeah, the connection isn't very good. You can't tell if he is being coy, if he's being earnest, or if he's, yeah. He says.
I'm looking at Tal here for any guidance. Tal, Because he's hearing this whole conversation too.
I say, ask them what their coordinates are. I've got a map that I found from my uncle, and I think that we can get there. I know I can get
I don't think they're on this planet.
They are.
Can we ask them?
Oh, they are on this planet.
They are on the planet.
Can we ask?
Okay, what are your coordinates exactly?
He says our coordinates are, and he tells you basically where that would put you on the map is the northwest end of the Grithsoren Canyon.
Would it make sense to my knowledge of this area? That's possible to me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
so what do you propose? Who am I speaking to again? What is your name?
Theron. Theron. My name is Theron Lavrentios.
You just look for some guidance from the rebellion.
Well, what I would say, you said you wanted to speak with someone, eh?
Yes.
Well, right now my commander's busy, but I could put in a request to speak with someone, and we could send them out to your location.
I'd like to meet this person at a disclosed location, yes.
Okay. Where would you like to meet?
I give some coordinates of some location, some place that I know of that would be
close enough to walk to?
Inconsequential to the barrack.
He says, "Is this where you're located right now?"
No, this is where I will meet you in an hour's time if you're able.
I understand. An hour's time is not going to be enough.
Sufficient? Well, I would do it, somewhere between the 2 points then, where this the canyon is and where we are.
Okay. But where are you right now?
Why does that matter?
And the connection cuts.
I hang up and I say, Tal, I think I was just talking to the Empire.
Say, I don't know. But I say, you sure you didn't get a good feeling from that?
I did not get a good feeling from that. And I have to go on my gut at this point. What my gut tells me is I was talking to the Empire. I think we need to take the ship and find a safer place for it, and we need to burn the bodies and move ahead with our plan, hoping that it does work out for the best. Let's get Tark and get to work.
I keep mulling over the coordinates, and I pull out the map to look, I guess.
All right, so I will show you the map. The map looks like this. So this is where you guys are right now. This is the shop. And there are 3 locations on the map that are X's. You're not too sure what these X's are, but one is marked with Roman
treasure
2 and 3. And then you see this down here. This is the Rull. This is the Rull tribe. You can only assume. Maybe another tribe. This is the Grithsoren Canyon.
That's the Wu-Tang clan.
And the coordinates that they gave you were somewhere up here, either in a spidered off location off of this map, or off of this main vein of the canyon, but somewhere in this area.
And what was the direction of the governor traveling?
Governor left here and went this way.
Okay.
So when Tark and everyone gets back together, I explain to him this kind of seedy kind of conversation I had with this guy.
You just buzzed me. Come on down. All right.
Yeah. And then I go over the fact that, I did let him know a little bit about our plans, that we were at a crossroads. I don't know. He doesn't have the specifics of how we would go about this. But I think that our location right now is safe, but they're going to be looking for us soon. So we need to move. The other thing is, I don't think we can trust the ex-mayor at this point, and I worry about Courtney's safety because of this.
All right. Tal, what do you think?
I'm not as skeptical about it, because I have kind of like a bit of confidence in the ship, so I think that we can get to at least one of those places type thing.
But do you think we need to start moving? Do you think people are looking for us? What?
They never got our coordinates, so I don't know if we necessarily need to. I think maybe the idea of kind of getting rid of the speeder or something, like, doing our death scene stuff, whatever.
The speeder has a much lower heat sink, though, than this big ship, I'd imagine. It's not as quick, but I imagine it is more discreet.
Heat signature, you mean?
What did I say, heat sink?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Which it would also have a big heat sink.
In terms of travel time, in the time that the land speeder would take to navigate through all of the canyons and the terrain, the rocky terrain, to get back to Barrack would take about 5 hours. The ship would be able to do it in much less time, but it could be tracked if in the sky. It would put out a very high heat signature, but it would make it in minutes.
Well, does Tark let us know about, I don't know, like, have you seen anything, Tark, when you were scouting that would give us any information? I mean, I want to get some guidance from you because you would know about some stuff. And we know that we just came from the east, correct? So we would know that most of the action's taking place near Barrack, not necessarily.
I say we go towards where he claims that.
No?
Let's go to where he claims that there is a rebel base, and then we can have an idea if this guy's telling the truth or not. Go do some scouting around there.
Okay.
Okay, so I say we go to the canyon first. On our way, is any of the other points along our way, Justin, that we can see on the way? On the way?
Well, well, are you going to fly? Are you thinking?
No, I'll leave that up to Tal. He's our navigator.
Yeah, I'd say give me
Pilot.
another half hour. I think we can fly.
Okay, we'll fly there. We'll save the idea of destroying the speeder. I don't think it's something that we have enough evidence right now to do. I think it's a good idea, but a missing speeder just as good as blown up one at this point.
Your internet went choppy for a bit.
Okay, sorry. I was saying that a missing speeder is just as valuable as a blown up one, really. It's not going to make a different message. If they can't find us versus they find us dead, either way, they don't have us. So we don't need to blow it up. That's something we can come back to eventually. But again, let's find out if the rebellion is where they claim to be or if it is a ruse by the Empire.
All right.
Okay, let's do it. So I quickly fix it. Can I do a roll for how well I fix it?
Yes. Yes, you can. Yeah, do a mechanics.
Mechanics roll, so 3 something, right? Or
And
wait,
average difficulty.
average difficulty, so my mechanics is what, 2 yellow? I think. Mechanics. Shoot. I just had it up, I think.
Mechanics is 2 yellow and 1 green, I believe.
2 yellow, 1 green, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. 2 yellow, 1 green. And 2 purple?
2 purple, that's right.
Okay. Any bonuses?
No. No.
Okay.
Unless someone was helping you with a computers check. If someone has
Crichton?
computers?
Nope.
Because... No.
No.
Oh, I do have computers. So I sure do.
Okay, so Crichton,
Right on.
you can add a... What is your computers, Crichton?
It's 1.
1? Okay. So then you can upgrade one of those rolls. So instead of 1 green, 3 yellows.
Okay, what's the more advantageous one? Let me think.
3 yellows. Oh,
3
3,
yellows.
right.
Okay, 3 yellows, alright. Alright, cool.
That's good.
Okay, so 2 successes and an advantage. So not only do you get the piece in properly, you feel like for a little bit you've kind of overclocked it. It's not a permanent solution like a actual starship computer would be, but you feel that if you need to, you could buck this thing up to a speed of 3 as opposed to a speed of 2, which you have right now.
Okay.
With the basically everything, the speed and the handling are -1 from what you potentially could have with a land speeder propulsion computer.
Okay.
All right.
Alright. So
So you could bump it up to 3 for one check. The speed.
does this
you
seem like
could
a
push
good idea? Does it matter our speed right now, or?
Not right now.
Still faster than a land speeder, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, way
Okay.
faster. Yeah.
Yeah, so I decide not to strain it too much then.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it'll come. Like if you need to, you can use it. It's there.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
if you don't need to, then you don't have to use it.
All right, and I say, okay, boys, let's just get this thing off the ground.
All right.
Awkward. All right, so I strap myself in because I'm actually afraid of flying.
Okay.
You are?
So
I
go
buckle
into
myself in really tight.
You sit in the co-pilot chair.
No, I'm back seat somewhere.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and tie
Now,
myself in as best I can.
Because you have some knowledge in computers, it might be beneficial if you are up close.
If you were
in
my
the
co-pilot.
Okay, I really don't want to be, but I will do it. So I do it, but I grab a bucket beside and I put it in front between my legs.
Yeah.
And I strap myself in. I close my eyes and say, "Just wake me up when we get there."
I say, wait, what? You've been looking at the stuff.
I don't mind hovering a few feet off the ground, but I don't want to go too high. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna go as high as I need to go. Okay.
Shit.
Tark, I need you to go up in the gunnery thing and scope out for me. Is that okay?
Yeah. Are you guys sure this is the best course of action?
Do you have any other ideas, Turk? Speak up if you do.
Yeah, because I'll listen to a well-reasoned opinion on
Well,
this.
what's the plan here?
Plan here is to go and see if this Theron person is legit. If so, then we know that it was a rebellion we're talking to. If not, we know that Courtney's in danger, and then we can make decisions based on that. Either way, we're going to get information from this, and we don't have enough to go on anything right now.
So we're siding with the rebellion.
No. Well, yes, we are.
Yeah.
In order to get the Empire out of our city, because Barrack does not need the Empire. And the best course of action to get them out of here is to side with the rebellion.
So there is the other piece of information. You've got the coordinates of the rebel group where they are, but you've also got the coordinates. You have an idea of where
the governor is, which is
governor is.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is, rather than go empty-handed to the rebellion and validate whether they are or are not, what if we know the governor is looking for something that could be potentially very dangerous, and instead, if we went to him and cut him off.
Mm-hmm. Tal,
his ships are so much better than ours. There's no way we would last once he recognized us.
Not to mention, again, that's just putting us in the firing line with nothing backing us up.
The only options we have is
us versus the Empire versus us with the support of the rebellion versus the Empire. Seems to me more like a fair fight.
But I wouldn't say the rebellion wouldn't support our actions.
But we don't have any contact right now with the rebellion.
I just
necessarily.
With Mulder's journal, which you guys haven't really seen yet, I found my uncle's journal. I found the map that he's created, that he has. I know that we could get the rebellion to be with us. It seems like.
Who are we going to contact? We tried to contact our one connection to the rebellion.
And what did he say exactly?
He sounded very suspicious. I couldn't talk to Otto, the supposed person, because he was on a mission. And then as soon as he asked for my coordinates and I refused to give them, he cut out. I questioned why he needed them, and he cut out. To me, that sounds like a trap, if nothing else. That's what my gut tells me.
Well, first off, hold on. I don't necessarily think that sounds like a trap. But second off, if it is, then why would we be going there?
Again, I don't want to go there and be seen them. I want to scout, as we do best, to see if they are exactly who they say they are, or if they're the Empire trying to trap us.
So, Tal, as you're getting ready to take off, and you're excited, you want to fly this thing. You look around and you think, how are we going to get out of here?
Yeah.
Because there are those doors at the front. They're manual. They're not automatic doors, so you would have to actually go down and open them.
Yeah.
But you don't know exactly where they go.
I look around for like a garage door opener. No.
I said they're manual.
Um, yeah, they're manuals. So I say I feel like the only way out is if we go open these doors. Want to see? I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
Okay, well, yeah,
Let's
no,
go look for a handle. A big crank.
you can. It's pretty easy. Yeah, you go to the front and you open them up, and you open them up, and it isn't sky. In fact, it's darkness, complete darkness, and it looks like it's a tunnel that leads down. That's how you get the ship out, is by going through this deep tunnel that you cannot see where it leads.
Oh. I call back for Tark and Crichton because I don't think it's right just to go down by myself. I asked their opinion on what to do because, in all honesty, I don't want to take my new baby down into this hole that might lead to like its
Demise?
Yeah, it's demise.
Okay, your uncle obviously knew we needed to get out of here at some point. This is the only way that could lead out. Right? He's not expecting us to carry it through the front door.
Okay, it looks like I'm gonna have to handle it pretty well, though. It looks pretty. Is it pretty tight?
No, it looks like you'd be able to fit through. You don't know if it's going to be the same width the whole way through, but if you take your time and really you're careful, you should be able to work your way through. You definitely will be able
to. Okay. Yeah, I'm confident about it. I think that we can go down. We'll just do it. But another point on, like, still thinking, like, is there any way that we can retry calling, or is that just kind of backtracking a little too much? Retry calling.
I would like to personally, Tark I wouldn't mind trying to speak to this.
Would we be able to retry calling? But find out where it
I was under the impression our connection got lost.
Okay, here's my case. So as we're sitting in the ship, you and the pilot, you and the co-pilot, and I'm kind of standing there near the cockpit with a hand on each of you, and I kind of say, I don't know, guys. I think right now we still have to be in this for ourselves to a certain degree.
I agree.
And I 100%. Think right now what we know is factually is this: we know that whatever your uncle spoke of and whatever the Empire seeks is dangerous. We know that it's powerful. And we know that in the wrong hands or the right hands, it can bring havoc to anyone who is opposing the user of it. And I think right now, every part of me says that Governor Genton used the research we gave him to find that peace. I think as individuals, not rebellion supporters, not Empire supporters, but as three men who have a stake in this world, we need to stop him from grabbing whatever it is. Regardless of whose side it's on, I think that's the right thing to do.
His uncle also made it very clear that it needs to get in the hands of the rebellion.
And even if that's true, then it's our decision to make.
And that decision is being made as soon as we fight against the Empire. Stopping the Empire, in a way, gives it to the rebellion. We're choosing to be rebels. We're choosing to be rebels. Anyone against the Empire is a rebel.
And I'm not saying that we're not, but I'm saying it should be us who's holding the key to decide who to give it to, rather than be inactive and naturally let it fall into the Empire's hands. Whatever it is, I fundamentally believe that whatever it is dangerous. And
so you say we find it first. Find it first.
Wholeheartedly. That's the whole reason I've been watching them leave the house. That's the whole reason I've been paying attention to where they're going. We need to stop them.
And where do you propose we go to look for this thing?
The valley. The canyon.
One of the several places on the map that we don't know. Could be any of them, right?
Then we can do nothing, and we can join the rebellion, and we can show up and they say, hey, can you get this thing, or have you any idea where it is? Or we can take the initiative to step up while we have the chance. We're closer than the rebellion is.
And we die, and the rebellion never knew it was here, and then what? We fail.
I made my case. I support you guys. I'll let you make the decision, but I think if we follow this one, it's the wrong one.
You know, I'm starting to agree with you, Tark. I think I think by looking at this map and how we don't necessarily know if the contact is on our side, I think that we may be able to convince some Ebranites that we are on their side. My uncle, in this journal, and from this letter, and I show it to you guys, and you quickly read over it and get the gist of it. He made contact with them, and they're guarding the source. If this is where the Empire is going, I think we'd have a better chance of having a bunch of Ebranites fighting for us than 8 rebels in another part of the planet. So maybe I think you may be right, Tark. Maybe we should go there.
All I know is it's dangerous, and regardless of whose side we're on,
I think the amount of
shouldn't fall out
information we're
your hands.
going on right now, we can't make necessarily a right decision. And the only fear I have with going to the Abranites is that we could be leading them right to the source, if by some weird chance they're tracking us. But if you don't think we're being tracked, and you think...
I think we run the same risk whether we leave this and go to the rebels or we leave this and go south. I think we're cutting the same cloth.
The Imperials, we've seen, have enough firepower just to kill anything in their way of any source or anything that they want. So
we go to the Ebranites. We find out if the source is there. Ebranites aren't going to let us take the source. So then we make a holdout there to defend it against the Empire until the Empire brings more troops and more gunships until the Ebranites, a native primitive species, is wiped out.
the ethical thing may be to try and take the source, kind of con them out
and
of
then bring it
the
back
source.
after we know it's safe.
That way they aren't killed.
And trade their land for beads.
Yes. and blankets with.
Regardless of how we want to approach it, I think the answer is we need to be there, and we need to be there now. And I think that's the right course of action.
Okay.
Let's roll.
Either way, we're gonna get more information, so I can't argue with that.
When the music's queued up, it means it's the right course.
All right, so Tal, hit it. Let's go to the rule tribe or the.
And I'll take the gunner spot you wanted me to take.
I want you to be in the gunner spot. I need you on the lookout. I need you as my co-pilot, not sleeping.
I'm trying to meditate.
Oh, shut it.
He's meditating. He is. All right, so you stick the keys into the ignition, and it goes. And
It's like a Harley.
it powers up, and the sound of the engine is unlike anything that Tal has heard, any of you have heard before.
That's new.
It is just it sounds very powerful. Doesn't sound completely healthy. It doesn't sound like it's quite full power, but compared to anything else that you've flown before, it's amazing.
Like an old muscle car or something.
Exactly.
That needs a little bit of love.
That's right. That's right. So you slowly pull on the thruster, the upward thrusters, and it actually is much more sensitive than you expected. Mulder must have tweaked it a little bit, and you don't hit the ceiling, but you stop yourself in time, and with the various controls, you manage to maneuver the ship and begin piloting down towards the tunnel.
Yeah.
And it's dark. You've got to figure out how to turn lights on.
Headlights on. You would have checked that before.
I turned my brights on.
Okay, so looking around, you do manage to find a knob.
Sure, the wipers are going, the spray's going.
The inside light and everything. So you find this one switch that when you press it, you see a bunch of lasers appear in like a fan out in front of the ship.
Uh-huh.
and it fans out, kind of like the Nebuchadnezzar in The Matrix, right?
Okay.
How it scans.
And I
the
go, wait a second. I think I've heard of this movie series called The Matrix. You guys heard of that?
Yeah, so it is actually scanning for you. So any piloting checks that you make in these tunnels you're going to get a bonus because the
Nice.
scanner is helping you out a boost.
Cool.
So why don't we do the first check?
Right.
The way you do this with ships, basically any piloting check is your speed and your silhouette. You determine your dice pool based on your speed and your silhouette. So the silhouette of your ship is 4.
Okay.
So it's a pretty big ship, and the higher number of dice is the amount of dice, so 4, and then depending on your speed, you will be going. If you're going 1 speed, then you only upgrade 1 die.
Okay. I don't want to be going too fast in this.
Right. Exactly. So what we're gonna do. You're only going to be going 1, and you'll roll 1 red and 3 purple. So it's an intense check for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm actually going to take off one of those difficulties instead of giving you a boost because I think that's how the scanners would help in this situation. If it was an asteroid field, it'd be very different. But in this situation, one of those is taken off. So 1 red, 2 purple, and Chris is helping on the computers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a boost.
Give me a boost. Okay.
But I'm going to add 1 setback because you are trying to fly in a narrow area.
Okay, so the black die?
Yeah, the black die. So basically, instead of having 4 bad die, you've got 3 and then a black die.
Okay, and then what do I use for yellow and green?
That's whatever your piloting skill is.
Piloting skill.
Oh, we're gonna crash and die.
This is planetary flying. So you've got 2 yellow and 1 green.
Did I upgrade that one, or did I upgrade space?
You upgraded space.
You upgraded space.
Okay.
But you're kind of in a little bit of subspace.
Planetary is the better. You're the better pilot for planetary. Now, also keep in mind too that you can use a destiny point to increase one of those rolls. Right? So you can make one of your greens into a yellow.
I thought we didn't have a destiny point.
Yep. Oh, destiny points. Yeah, that's the force points.
We had 2 positives and 3 negatives, though. Doesn't that leave us just with 1 negative?
No,
we don't cancel out.
You don't cancel out.
Cool.
You can use the dark side against us whenever you want. You can use.
That's right.
Okay. What do you think, guys?
Use 1.
Do I turn you and go like, do I use a destiny point?
Punch it.
Press that button.
There's like a destiny button on it.
Destiny button.
Okay, so I just add a yellow.
Yep. You take 1 green away and you make it into a yellow.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Let's do this.
As if it's meant to happen. Okay.
Yeah.
You successfully, very slowly, creep your way into the tunnel, and Tarek, everything goes dark except for the occasional flash of a blue laser that flashes off the wall. And you can't help but wonder what made this tunnel. It's definitely not human-made. And Tal, you fly in, and you're flying for about 10 minutes, expertly navigating your way through. The lasers definitely help. And eventually, you reach a vertical pillar, a pillar of, well, I guess empty pillar, so a vertical hole that your tunnel lets off into.
Okay.
And Tarek, looking up, you can see in your turret that at the top of the hole would be the exit. Okay, that you can see the sun shining in the sky, and that's how you would get out. But there are some other tunnels that you would be able to fit your ship down. And Tal, looking in front of you, you see that the different tunnels have different marks on them.
Oh.
And it looks like they've been scratched in, like dug in, Roman numerals.
It looks like it might be something the Ebra Knights might have done. Right? Is that what I say? Yo, guys!
Okay, so Crichton, you see them too, and you guys can do a xenology check to see whether or not it would be a person. And Tark, you can see them too with the cannon looking around.
Okay.
Then I'll do a xenology check.
Good, because I'm not very good at them.
Neither am I.
It's
I'll give you an advantage.
It's going to be an easy difficulty.
Perfect. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. A disadvantage, a success, and a triumph.
Okay. So your
Two successes, basically.
2 successes. I'm still struggling to figure out how to work those disadvantages in. But not only do you recognize that these are human-made, these definitely aren't Ebronite. You also deduce that these marks are linked somehow to the map.
Oh, okay. I shout as much to Crichton. Crichton, check the map. They're the ones that I saw in the tunnel. What was that thing? There was things in
the canyon. The
Canyon.
Gosorian Canyon?
Because there were marks there, were there not?
Yeah, go look at the marks, and what does it show?
All right, so I will screen share that again.
Cross-referencing the walls, looking at the marks.
So based on your situation, you're pretty easily able to deduce that where you are right now is somewhere in this hole, underneath this hole.
Right.
This would be exit number 1.
Ah.
If you were to follow one of these tunnels, you'd be able to make it to exit number 2, exit number 3. Might take you a while, might take you a couple hours driving as the speed that you are to be safe, but you are fairly confident that that's how you'd get there.
I say, you know what? I'm getting a good handle on this. If you're okay with not seeing the light of day for a couple hours, I am.
Sounds good to me. Sounds like the safer way to go. So let's go to
Roll.
Yeah.
Southwest, right?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
So you start making your way there, and the tunnel actually widens a bit, which makes it much easier to navigate your way through. But for the narrow sections, which one of them you reach in about 45 minutes, I'm going to have you do another roll.
Another roll? Okay.
Yep, another planetary roll.
All right.
And this time, I'm going to spend a destiny point. So you will have to roll the same amount that you did before, with Crichton next to you still helping.
Yeah.
So three yellows, and I'm going
Still
to
3 yellows? Like I keep on that destiny point?
Yep. Oh no,
Okay.
sorry, two yellows,
And 1 green.
1 green. And how was Crichton helping you again?
Mechanic.
Just
A boost?
being great.
Just being great.
you know,
I'm
you can
constantly
be-
fidgeting with the sensors and trying to adapt them as we weave through the canyons and
Perfect.
turning up and
Okay.
turning down the density of light.
Perfect.
Can Tark be helping me too? Up in the gunnery? Just being like, you're getting a little close to the top here.
Definitely. Definitely.
Whoa.
So you
But
can
I'm not. I trust him.
You're not?
Polishing his
you
gun.
don't need it. You don't need it. I have faith in
Listen,
you. Use
I have
force.
faith in me too, but this is my first time, and I can't see the top of my head.
Fine, I will give him bonus die, but not in that sense. Not the looking around. In the encouragement sense. I'm going to be like, Tal, you have this. It's in your blood. You know everything that you could possibly know about this ship. Rather than being like, watch your left side!
Perfect. I like it. That's good. All right.
Yeah.
So you get 2
Not this
boost
much.
die.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay, you're going fast.
We're touching. We're touching. I'm losing. I'm losing my head. Okay. So you got 2 red die, 1 purple die.
2 red die.
And then the
1
setback
purple.
for the narrow location.
Okay. Oh crap! I need to undo all my other die first. And then
Okay.
shoot.
So
Okay.
2 yellow.
Yeah. 2 yellow, 1 green.
Yeah.
2 red, 1 purple, 2 blue,
and 1 black.
and 1 black. Okay.
We're using the whole dice system.
Yeah, except for white.
Except for white. All right, go ahead and roll that.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even roll the non thing. I'm an idiot.
What's that?
I didn't roll it clean.
Oh, no.
I went down to 0, and then, oh man, I'm holding this up.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So then the ship hovers in one spot as Al prepares himself to make his way into the narrow path.
Tark continues to ask Crichton about his love interest.
Again, not a love interest. She's very much. I'm not even her type.
Yeah. Oh, come on, that's your kid.
What?
Alright. Alright. And what's up?
Hey!
There's 2 advantages.
Nice.
All right, so with 2 advantages, you could use that to give a
Accelerate.
boost to your next check, or to someone else's next check.
Wait a minute, I had a triumph too. What should I be doing with that? Does it can't just count for normal?
That was the triumph for.
Yeah, remember when I did the navigation check with the.
Yeah. No, the triumph was for figuring out that it's a tunnel system, that it can lead to these points.
Oh, that's what the map is for. Okay.
Yeah, the map is.
I'd say we're pretty confident in the fact that, I mean, we saw the Imperial ship leave. I mean, Tark did, so they would get there before us inevitably anyway. So rushing isn't. I don't know. Does rushing seem like a good idea, really?
They don't necessarily know. Yeah, rush, because they don't know exactly where it is. So.
Want to rush? Okay. Because I was thinking if one of you could use, I don't know, if I added. No, if I added to your bonus next time, if we needed to like converse with the Ebra Knights, it might help, and not get us killed. That's the only thing I was thinking.
I don't think. Can you push it that far into the future?
No, I'm gonna keep it for the encounter.
I would say.
Okay. Okay. All right. Then I'll.
Yeah.
Then I'll accelerate. Let's go.
Okay. You're gonna go to a speed of 2.
Say what?
You're gonna go up to a speed of 2. So that'll get you there faster, but it's going to make your check. Naturally, it's going to be 2 red and 1 purple instead of 1 red and 2 purple.
But didn't I just like successfully do it?
You successfully made this check, but that was going at 1, the speed of 1.
Oh, okay. What do you say, Tark? I trust your judgment.
I say everything that we've done hinges on us getting there as soon as possible. You make your call, but that's all we need to know.
Let's do it. Let's go.
All right. So, at the speed of 1, you went a decent amount of time. I'm going to make you go 1 more, but instead of it taking the full 2 hours that you anticipated, if you can successfully do this check, then you are going to get there in about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Total time.
So another check.
1 more.
Okay. 2 yellow, 1 red, 2 red, 1 purple, 2 boost still?
2 boost, yep. And a green, did you say a green?
Yeah, 1 green.
Okay.
And then how many black? 1 black?
1 black.
All right.
Okay.
2 advantages and a negative.
And a negative. So
It's bound to happen sometime.
You actually do graze part of the wall. You do still manage to shave off the same amount of time, but at one point you do take a little bit of damage as a rock jutting out that you didn't see hits your starboard side.
Oh, no!
You are going to take 1 point of hull trauma thresholds. So you're down to 22.
Sorry, guys.
Okay.
It's the only way you should have done it. Don't ever say sorry.
Did you learn? Did you learn?
I did learn from my mistakes. I did.
Then you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So after an hour and a half total flying time, you see the light at the end of the tunnel, quite literally. It's right there in front of you, and you're coming on it pretty fast because you're going a speed of 2. Do you slow down, or do you burst out in a
I definitely slow down.
explosion of glory?
I slow down.
You slow down, okay.
Yeah.
And describe what you do. Where do you set it down?
I notice a sort of like I don't go fully out.
Okay.
I try to stay in the tunnel a little bit, and I like see the flattest area possible, and I just kind of slow right down, just kind of hover for a second, and then bring her down as quiet as possible.
Okay, perfect. So I'm not going to make you do a check for that. You managed to land. It's a little uneven, but it should hold. It's not going to go tumbling down the tunnel.
Okay.
And you unbuckle yourselves and get ready to leave.
Yeah, we get out of the cockpit.
So we're in the canyon now?
No, you're still in the tunnel, but the tunnel looks like it's leading up to the canyon.
Okay. All right, my piloting has concluded.
Yes,
And,
you guys are out on foot. You guys can
you
decide
did
what
good.
to do. I will be right back.
All right. I will, in the meantime, then I will head down from the gunner area, and I will give you a congratulations, Tal.
Yeah, wow, way to go, Tal, considering this is the first time you flew.
Long time you've been waiting for this moment, buddy, and you did pretty damn good.
Thanks for the encouragement, guys.
I'm proud of you.
Now,
Thanks.
this could be a very dangerous situation because the Ebra Knights probably aren't going to take too kindly to us.
Is that our plan to go for sure with the Ebra Knights? Do we know the Ebra Knights for sure have what the Empire's looking for, though?
We don't know that they have it, but we know that they've been protecting it.
Yes, like I explained quickly. I mean, in my uncle's journal and in this letter that I have, basically it just says that they've found the source and they've started to make contact with these Ebra Knights. I think that if we can convince them, maybe do we still have the book? I'd say bring the book from Yuktuk.
Yes, I do have the book. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't have thrown it out, so yeah, I must still have it.
Yeah.
What? Give it as an offering?
Or maybe something that they recognize?
I never actually tried reading it. I'm going to try reading it before we actually move out.
Okay.
Because I have xenology now.
I also take out my holdout blaster, I think.
Are we going to sneak into this place, or are we going to try to actually make contact?
I think we should sneak first, and then I also think when we do, I think only Tal should go up. And
Okay.
I think just, I don't know, if something does go
Does he
wrong.
look anything like his uncle, maybe? Let's see the
You'll
recognition.
have to ask what your mother did that night that she made sweet, sweet love to a man to find you.
Well, okay.
What?
There's another thing I'm thinking.
Was it your mother's brother or your dad's brother? Or was it the milkman?
No, it was my remember father's brother.
Ah, so he could have been your real dad. I want to.
No.
Justin, I'm going to try to read the book that that the alien gave me because I never actually did.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you're doing that now.
Yeah, well, I know he turned to a page.
Yes, he did. And the page that he turned to, it looked like a crystal of sorts. And the way it was drawn with colors, he's quite the artist. It looks like it glows. It gives off a little bioluminescent glow.
Is there anything written around it in a alien language that I can try to decipher?
Well, actually, there is some alien written down, but there is a scribbled in not the best handwriting, but it looks like he was trying to learn your alphabet. It says source.
Oh.
It's a source of the blue ramen?
Yeah. The source is You're still not entirely sure what it is, but this is what Mulder believed could bring people back to life. The source.
Crystal.
Huh.
Not the Lou ramen. The Lou ramen comes from this. It's somehow linked to it. But
I'm going to I'm going to give the book to Tal, and I'm going to say, show them this, if they won't, if they don't speak English and you need to know.
okay.
Yeah.
Now, Tal, I will I will tell you that in the book there were a number of different suggestions and ideas about how to interact with um, the Rull tribe,
Yeah.
and if you read it, you'll get a bonus to xenology.
Okay.
Xenology check. Someone to read that.
Yep. All right. I'll read. So I read the journal. Is that what you said?
Well, yeah, just so that you know that that information is in there, just basic hand signals that you can give with
Right.
the group to um, do negotiation and understanding. You can either do negotiation or xenology, but
Okay.
it's in there. So whoever wants to
And
look at that.
now I know time is of the essence. Did I already check to see if there was anything about my father going missing in the journal?
You find Aldous stops being mentioned,
Okay.
but there isn't much about him about what happened to
Okay.
him.
Okay. I want to stay in character. I don't want to try and get too hopeful about about where my father might be.
Right.
But I have like this general like anxiety that's both positive and negative happening to
Yeah,
me.
the uncertainty is kind of hopeful at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I'm all for, heading the charge, kind of going in there and seeing what's going on.
Okay.
Okay. So you scout first, Tark?
I'm going to stay back yeah, and I'm gonna yeah, let me do that. I'll crawl up first, get in my position, oversee it, call down to you to tell you what the scene looks like, and then let you move up.
Okay.
Okay. So you make your way to the opening, and the sun is beating down on you. It's already really hot, just getting close to the edge of the cool tunnel. And by the looks of it, as you peer out, there's a number of rocks and scattered debris in the canyon, but you peer out from behind a bunch of rocks, some taller rocks, and you can see through your scope just barely because the canyon bends. You can see down below there are some stormtroopers.
Mm.
You see the very fin, the tail fin of a shuttle, just jutting out from behind a wall. So you guys are down at the bottom of a canyon, in a tunnel at the bottom of a canyon, and basically where you're looking, it actually slopes down a good ways, and the Empire, the troopers are below you to an extent, but still within the canyon. You're both in the canyon.
All right, well, I'll radio down and explain that to them, or radio back and tell them that.
Okay, Creighton, Tal, you know the information?
How many are there?
He wouldn't know. He wouldn't know how many there are. He can only see just the edge of a shuttle and just maybe one or two passing back and forth.
So yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I guess we slowly go down then. Would they be able to see us again? Sorry.
It depends. They probably wouldn't be able to. You can go down in a way that they wouldn't.
Okay.
For sure.
We go down that way then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start making your way down. I would say that Harlan or Tark is at about extreme range, but you guys make your way down to long range. And once you're there, you've got a much better view of the situation. They're still very small. It's still very hard to see them. So Crichton, you've got binoculars.
Yeah.
Looking through them, you can see there's a number of people, a number of stormtroopers, some regular Imperial troopers, and it looks like they're standing in front of a large opening, kind of like the opening that you came from, but standing out front, you see a number of Ebra Knights, and they are being held at gunpoint. Most of them are being held at gunpoint by troopers, and one of them is out front, being held by two stormtroopers, with one bulking stormtrooper that you immediately recognize as Lancaster, and you see an Imperial officer who you can only assume is Genton, standing with perfect posture and gesticulating.
And as they're moving, obviously I would be moving too, to a position that I would be able to sniper in.
Yeah. So
Well, that's what I was saying.
So how many are there total, Justin?
Total right now, there's probably about 15 troopers.
And how many Ebranites?
Ebranites, they're 20, maybe. None of them are armed. Well, they have 6 arms, but they don't have...
Heavily armed, without any weapons.
But with no weapons.
Okay. Well, weighing this out, it doesn't seem like we can overtake them. That's the best option, but it might be a good opportunity, though, now to sneak in and steal the source. Is there any way to sneak by them?
They're pretty much right in front of the entrance.
Yeah.
It would be, barring invisibility, there isn't really a way to sneak in. They would see you. Now, based on what you see through your binoculars and Tark through your scope, you see Genton shake his head and gesture to the big man, and the big man steps in front of the Ebranite, who you deduce is female, and clocks her right in the face, really, really hard.
I yelled at Tark and I said, "We can't stand by and let this happen."
And I say, "Shh! Don't yell."
So as I'm sitting there on the hill watching this unfold, what's my distance at this point?
Long range.
All right. And I shoot.
Who do you shoot?
The one who hit him.
So we got Jen, Lancaster, and how many other stormtroopers?
15.
About 13 other stormtroopers.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, 13 troopers in total. There's about 10 Imperial troopers, 3 stormtroopers, 1 big stormtrooper, and Genton.
Okay.
So 13 in total.
And how far is their ship? Can we take our ship and blow up theirs while they're all out?
Well, you could definitely take out your ship and fire on them, but everything within short range of a blaster fire from a ship is destroyed.
Well, is it okay?
Right. Okay.
So you could probably blow up the ship, but if you tried to turn your turrets on them, you would likely have some Ebranite casualties.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we can take on.
So you fired, Tark, did you?
No, I was joking. But I see your action towards me, and I have Genton framed in my sights.
I call out, and I say, I call out because I can't wait for this.
No, don't call out. What are you doing?
Well, we gotta stop it. What are we gonna do? Stand by and wait?
There's
Any other
15 of them. There's 15 stormtroopers.
So we let them
Armed
kill
to the teeth. No, I'm not saying we let them. I'm saying we don't attack.
I said, well, why don't you cut off the head?
So
all right,
Tark,
just make sure you have them in the sights. If they're gonna kill any of them, make sure you take the shot.
I think before. Hold on. I think someone's got to go back and radio Rebellion with these coordinates immediately.
Okay.
I tell Tal that, and I say, this is what Tark is saying. I don't know if I trust it, but
Do we have the what's it called on us? With us?
Do I have it? I'll do it.
no, we have it on us. The transponder, yeah, you have it.
You have it, and you got Otto's number, right?
Yeah, supposedly, or Theron's number.
Yeah.
Do you do it, Tark?
I don't have. I do have it.
No,
Tal,
Creighton. I think.
Okay, I got it.
Creighton
I say, okay, fine, I'll call them, but I don't know if I trust them, and I call in Otto's number.
Well, if you are willing to attack 15 stormtroopers, at least call backup.
Yeah, I do it.
But for now, I still think we gotta wait this out. I mean, we've killed Ebernites before. Let's not get sympathetic all of a sudden.
Fair enough. So I call for the Theron, or whoever it is.
Okay, so it rings through, and you get a voice. A voice appears, but it's a mechanical voice, and it says,
Phil.
"What is the nature of your call?"
I'm looking for Theron.
Theron is unavailable. You're speaking with FE77.
Of the Empire?
No.
I'm looking for Otto then.
Okay, and Otto is unavailable. He is at a mission.
As
What
you're doing
good
all
are
this,
you? We need backup, and I give the coordinates to where we are. The
as you're
Empire is
doing this,
about
I'm
to
watching the whole
kill
thing.
innocent Embernites and perhaps gain great power because of it.
I will transfer your message on to the commander.
Hurry
Thank
up, you useless robot, and I hang up.
All right.
I imagine he wasn't like he means he's just gonna pass a message along. I just got the answer machine.
Crichton, you need
Pretty
to
much.
cool down. You need to take a breath.
And I stand up and I walk away. I'm like, I hand the binoculars to Tal and I go stand back in the corner.
And I say, take a minute, collect yourself, because right now, if we make a bad move, we're going to die.
Okay, I take the binoculars and I look for anything else other than Ebernites.
Yeah,
Rocks
that's what I'm
that could
looking
be-
for, too, while he's doing that.
Like
that's
rocks
what
that
I'm
can be
saying.
pushed down and stuff too.
Well, not even rocks, but just like other things in the background. They're at like the mouth of a cave, right?
They're at the mouth of the cave, yeah.
Yeah, I try to like look past the Ebernites and look past like what's easy to focus on, what we have been focusing on, and see if there's anything else lurking behind there. I'm still very hopeful, about things.
I
And,
start.
but I don't. You won't let me imagine them, though, right?
Do
And,
a perception check through the
Yeah,
binoculars.
perception check. Okay.
Justin, can I? How close are they to their ship? Can I see their ship?
You can definitely see it. Pretty much half of it is visible.
Is it possible to sneak to the ship versus while they're looking the other way and maybe try to disable it so at least if they get the source they can't fly out?
That is definitely possible.
Okay.
It would take some stealth because it is broad daylight. The sun is at its zenith, but you could probably sneak in based on the rocks that are in the area, the debris.
What did Tal see with his perception?
Yeah.
Perception. Okay, so it's going to be a average difficulty, and
Okay.
go ahead and roll your perception, whatever
What's
that
my
might
perception
be.
here?
I also want to roll perception. Is it only one per group, or can I also roll
No,
after?
basically, if you guys are doing a group perception, whoever has the highest perception gets the main roll.
Okay.
If someone has a higher cunning, I guess, then that would be taken into account. So the highest skill and the highest cunning goes together.
That's
but-
you, right?
I have
it's still-
two yellow perception.
I have 2 green.
Okay, so in this case, you would add a boost to his roll.
To my roll.
Yeah.
Or to his roll, yeah. I think it makes more sense for me, but I'll communicate
Yeah.
anything I see.
Yeah, do it. Yeah.
And it's average difficulty?
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty, we got a lot of advantages and one failure. Jesus Christ.
Wow, I don't know what to do with that many advantages.
Well, isn't every 4 you can do something, or...
Okay, so you don't see anything else really,
But
you do see two of the stormtroopers that are guarding the entrance to the shuttle actually start walking away towards a couple of Ebronites who are rabble rousing. So they leave their guard post.
Sorry, say that again.
The two stormtroopers guarding the entry to the shuttle
Leave.
have left their post.
Okay.
They've walked away.
And then I radio to Tark or Crichton. I say, if you want to take the shuttle, I don't think that's a good idea.
Disable in the shuttle.
And I'm gonna say, I get the passion here, but let's not cross our wires. These are Ebronites. We've killed many of them. They're creatures of the land. I'm not saying that we don't step in, but I'm saying I'm not willing to step in for things that have killed our own people.
Okay, so we can wait it out.
Okay.
I say the minute we see what they're being taken, we can act. But at that
Okay.
point, there might even be less stormtroopers based on the Ebronites' reactions.
Fair enough.
All right. So, you guys wait?
Yeah, I want to I think we should wait for a play-by-play of what everything is happening. I mean, if he pulls out a gun and starts shooting them, then yeah.
Oh, yeah, no. Basically, he shakes his head, disappointed. after about 5 minutes of grilling, and then he turns around and he takes gloves off his hands and he sprays some stuff on it, and he wipes, and he's just looking around as the girl, or the Ebronite, is taken and put into shackles, and all of the rest of them are put into shackles as well.
A lot of shackles.
Lots of shackles, lots of binding. Hey, I mean, it's the Empire. That's what they got.
That's what they do.
Like that's 3 shackles per Ebronite.
That's right. Oh yeah, I guess so. Holy crap! I didn't think
They have a big shackle bin.
They use the same long rope, just one long rope, in a very efficient way.
Yeah.
You see one trooper looking at it like, how am I supposed to do this?
Troopers are good with knots.
They are good with knots. Horrible shot, but great with knots.
Yeah.
So she gets tied up and is dragged onto the shuttle. And the rest of the Ebronites are sent into by gunfire by gun point. They start being ushered back into the cave by the 3 stormtroopers. There's two of the stormtroopers, just regular ones, and the big one. And as they start exiting into the cave, the big one turns around and nods to Genton. And Genton just saunters over a little bit and says a few things and makes some more gestures. Obviously, you can't hear what they're saying. And then nods and steps onto the shuttle. So the only people there are 3 stormtroopers going into the tunnels, and then there are 2 regular Imperial troopers standing out front of the cave.
Okay, what do you do, Dark?
Yeah. So, give me the numbers again.
3 have gone into the cave. One of them is the big one, Lancaster. And then 2 Imperial troopers, just regular ones, are standing at the mouth of the canyon.
And Genton's on the shuttle with the Ebronites.
Genton is on the shuttle with the 1 Ebronite, the leader. And the shuttle begins firing up. And starts taking off.
So 15 has become a total of 3, is what we're saying?
5.
5.
But only
3
3
stormtroopers, 2 regular troopers.
But 2 out front, 3 in the cave that we can't see right now.
That's right.
Meaning if we take them out silently, it's only 3.
That's right.
All right,
So we have
so
1 person with a sniper rifle.
yeah, 1 person with a sniper. Yeah, can you take them both out, or
You
should
don't have
we
a
try to time
silencer
it?
on it, though, do you?
Just wait for all 3 of them to line up, and I can take them all out in one. And now. No,
Well, we could do the thing where like we time it, and I kill one, you kill the other.
here's my thinking. They're above the cave. I think, and I'll message this to plan-wise. Crichton, if you move around to just above the cave...
And jump down and...
Yeah, the minute I start firing and they come out, you can get the drop on them with your hammer.
Yeah.
Tal, I still think you should go up and take advantage of the close. Walk up with your arms up, like you want to talk, because you got to hold out blasters. If they search you, you're fine.
Yeah.
Ask them any questions you need answers for. The minute they start reacting, we pick them off, he jumps down, and you pull out your holdout, and we go full force.
Sounds good.
All right, cool.
Okay, so first...
But hold on, I want you guys to know that we're killing stormtroopers. We're effectively siding with the rebellion.
I am great with that. That's what I've wanted all
Yeah,
along.
they're pretty... It did kill Mulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's only a few, just to avenge my uncle.
Yeah. All right. That's, I guess, fair.
Hey.
In Star Wars, we're gonna say it's fair. In Tark's reality, it's like, oh my God, we're killing people for because they might have something that could be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do... So we're going to start with Crichton. Crichton, you pull out your force pike, or your force pike has been in your hands the whole time, and you begin making your way down to...
Stealthily, yep.
Stealthily. And as you're making your way down, you're looking for ways to get above the cave entrance, and you do manage to find a ledge, a ledge that's maybe about a foot wide, give or take, as it goes around. But you might be able to climb up there, and there is a chance that they would see you. But it's definitely worth a shot. You'd definitely be able to get the jump on them if
Sure.
you succeeded the stealth roll.
Yeah, I'll try to be stealthy.
Okay.
You want me to do just stealth?
Use a force point, I would say.
Okay.
Because a lot of this linger. I think this would work really well if you can make it there.
What difficulty is it, Justin?
I'm going to make it a average difficulty.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? No, it's based on their perception. So whatever Imperial troopers' perception.
So
is,
3 reds.
It says I get to add. I took a skill that lets me add, I think, 1 blue square to my roll.
1 blue square to your roll for.
It said a
stealth?
blue square, so
For
I can't
stealth?
imagine that's what I get.
For what
It's
roll?
called Sleight of Mind. I get a plus blue to all stealth.
Perfect. Okay, then yeah, that would definitely apply. And you are rolling against 2, a presence of 2s, or a cunning of 2. So 2 purple,
So
and you used a force point?
no, I didn't.
Okay. Perfect. Well, in that case, you succeed, and they're both none the wiser as you step.
So I whispered
above
to
them.
Tark, or I signal to Tark that I'm in good position.
Yeah, and Tark, you see clearly he is.
Do you move? Does Tark move closer? Do you move closer?
I'm at long range, right?
Yep.
That's fine. I'm just as effective at long range. So, but you know what? Is it of risk to me to move up to medium?
You're in a pretty good vantage point right now.
Then you know what? I'm gonna stay at long range.
Yeah,
Hope
you
to
still
don't
have
get
to do
hurt.
a stealth roll.
To stay at long range?
The stealth roll?
I'm not moving.
No. Yeah, if you're not moving, then no stealth roll. But if you wanted to move, then they might see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and Cal.
I need to stealth roll to short range, because if they see me before, they might start advancing on me, or they might start shooting, or signal even over to the ship. Because the ship hasn't left yet, right?
The ship is left.
Oh, it has left?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or they might signal to inside that someone's coming, and that's the last thing that we want.
Yeah.
Really. Okay, so I guess I'll do a stealth then?
Yes, and it's going to be an easy check because you're only trying to get to the short range.
Okay. So
Sorry, Cal, where are you moving to? I think, what did you say you're doing? Sorry.
Well, I'm moving so I'm short enough range so that they don't have, I can go up to them with my hands up and talk to them,
Okay.
but not far enough away that they can call for the others inside.
Gotcha. Good thinking.
Yeah. Okay. So my stealth is what? Right there. My stealth is 3 green.
3 green, perfect.
Okay. Boom, 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 and it's an easy check, so it's purple.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? That's it.
That's it.
All right.
So a success and 2 advantages. So you do manage to sneak up to a point, and even at the point that you have snuck up to, they still don't see you, and those are your advantages. So it's up to you how you want to move forward at this point. They're in conversation, and you're at short range.
Okay, and I quickly go down to my communication and kind of go, they don't know I'm here.
You're like standing in front of them.
Is there any... Tal,
Yeah.
what's your cool roll versus your vigilance roll?
Let me check. Cool roll versus vigilance roll. Vigilance is 2 green, and my cool is 2 green.
Okay, so it won't really make a difference.
No.
Because I for sure want to get the drop on them because,
Yeah.
my question is this. When we attack them, we roll cool for initiative. When they attack us, we roll vigilance. However, if we're out of order, such as if Tal walks up and combat starts, he would obviously roll vigilance. So I still roll cool. We can all roll Because I wouldn't be attacking in a vigilant standpoint.
I would be. I was wondering about that. I think that vigilance and cool are they're different enough that no, it's cool to be like, if you want to get the drop on someone, you've got to be cool to know when to actually time things right.
Yeah.
Whereas vigilance is more impulse. It's more like, your reflexes are better than your ability to plan something out.
But that's what I mean to say. If Tao went up and they pulled a blaster on him, he would roll vigilance, which makes sense. But if they have yet to spot me, and I'm also engaging in that combat, would I then roll cool? Because I'm not.
No, yeah, you would definitely roll cool.
That's all.
I'm not sure about Tao. I'm not sure what he would roll. I think he'd roll cool too, because he knows what's happening in this situation.
Wouldn't I roll ranged light, or does the vigilance or cool come first though?
That comes first. That's just to basically the initiative or the combat, or the vigilance and the cool rolls just dictate the combat order, and we want to be top because we want to try to kill as many as we can before they even get a shot.
Okay.
But right now we're in great position with Crichton and me, so it's your call. You can try to approach them, or you can just attack from the shadows. I would still, personally, and I would be saying this to you, personally, I know you guys are going to roll your eyes, but I'm still not 100% great on taking someone's life without knowing they're evil. I would say the minute they say something fucked up, when you go talk to them, I can pull this trigger without any hesitation. But I still think...
I don't think you're going to convince Tal they're not evil at this point, Turk.
No, I know, but I can hear him. Maybe they'll be like,
I
watched your uncle die.
I pull out my blaster. I have my blaster close at hand. Like, can I have my blaster so that it's basically pulled out with them seeing it?
Oh yeah, it's a hold-up blaster, so the intention is for exactly that. Like, I was gonna say what's his name? But it wasn't a hold-up blaster. Never mind.
Solos?
I was gonna say Solos, but it wasn't. It was like on his hip. He fired it from the holster, so never mind.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? As much as, I'm angry, but I'm a gentle soul, and I walk up to the two and I say, Should I roll charm or whatever it is or something like that?
You can roll negotiate, but
I'll roll negotiate and say, what's going on here? Do you know what's going on?
And immediately they look up. They both look up, totally shocked that you were able to get so close. They both pull their blasters up, and one of them shouts loudly, "Who are you? What are you doing here?"
I say, oh, nothing. I'm a scout in this region.
Lancaster, we've got someone.
Okay.
Bye, Tal.
I would still be holding, because if anything, he's the guy we want to kill first.
Yeah. I have a stun setting on my weapon. Are we going to use that?
If they attack Tal, then kill.
Stun setting damages strain instead.
I can knock him out.
Yeah.
And then I just yell, "Code word, please."
Yeah. Well, who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm just a scout from the region, from Ebra. I heard some activity happening, and it's my job, it's my duty to my city, which I understand now is run by the Empire. So I just wanted to get to know my new brothers. Huh?
And you can see one of them is like squinting, and he's eyeing you up and down, looking for any concealed weapons, pretty much.
I say, "Oh, are you worried about this? It's just a holdout blaster. I mean, we all have them."
Yeah, drop it to the ground.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, sure. You can have it if you want.
You didn't receive the authorization?
What do you mean, authorization?
Scouts like you are supposed to be authorized to enter certain areas of the planet, but this isn't under your level of authorization. You
tell them we were just up that fucking hill last week.
that's new to me. I mean,
we literally started off right there.
I mean, I've got my thing on the whole time, right? So that both of them can hear me as I'm doing this.
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know the new rules. I mean, we went wherever we needed to go. We checked out whatever we needed to do just to keep our city and our world safe. So I was just continuing doing the same. You know, I hope you understand that.
All right, all right. And why are you alone?
Oh, I just thought I heard it, and I just thought I told my other two companions. They're a little further off. They're doing something else. Everything's fine here. Everything's fine.
They're not there and there.
Do a negotiate roll. I want you to negotiate.
The jig is up.
It's gonna be purple, 2 purple, average difficulty based on their own skill in detecting stuff, whether you're lying. But I'm gonna give you a setback because if you were a scout, then you would know that this area is dangerous. This is a part of warring factions between the Ebranites. And standing right outside of an Ebranite cave is...
So would they know that about me?
If you're a scout, then you should know this, basically. And they're like, why doesn't the scout know this? They might...
Yeah, but they don't know the area well enough, right? They're pretty new to this world. They're not going like, man, this guy's bold.
They're definitely new to it, but they do know that the Ebranites are dangerous, and the Ebranites are very, based on what they just saw. I'm going to give you a setback for it.
Okay.
Tal, do you see any Ebranites down there, deeper in the cave? Now you're in a different position.
Just let me negotiate really quick.
Who are you talking to?
Turn your head up or down.
Yeah. So a setback is a black.
I'll get right back to you. Hang on.
Just 1 sec. I'm just a scout. Okay. So a setback. So 2 purple, 1 black, and then what else?
Whatever your negotiation is.
Negotiation. Okay. Shoot. Okay.
Your negotiation is 1 yellow and 1 green.
1 yellow, 1 green. 1 yellow, 1 green.
It's pretty good.
So, Justin, there are now 3 of them or 5 of them now? All 5 are out?
There's 2, right?
There's 2 right now. Have you rolled yet, or are you gonna?
No. Boom.
Hey,
okay. So they nod and they say, okay. Well, you really shouldn't be down here. This area is dangerous. You make sure you update your briefing. Take a look at the Empire instituted briefing, because you should have seen that.
And then I go, guys, now that I've negotiated, what do we do?
Who are you? Wait a second.
No, I don't. I go, oh, okay, great. Can I just gotta walk back and get some shit.
I'm going to use the
your
force point.
holdout blaster.
I'm using a force point to introduce some ex machina.
Some chaos into this.
As you turn around, or as you back up and say, all right, thank you, take care, or whatever.
Hold on, you used a good one, not a bad one.
Oh, whoops.
There we go.
As you back up, you see a figure appear in the cave, and she's walking briskly. And as he gets to the lip of the cave, you see he's Lancaster. He's almost twice the size of these 2 Imperial troopers. You say, who is that? And the Imperials start to explain your situation. And Lancaster says, no, I don't buy it. Get back here.
Who did you say that to? Tal?
So has he walked out of the cave to say that?
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
He starts walking forward. He's like ruffling his armor.
I know he's going to immediately recognize me.
And I just say to Tal, I say, all right, pick up your holdout blaster. We're going. And
Yeah.
I say, dive for it now.
And so
Yeah.
I jump.
And the minute he dives, and I'm also going to use a force point to shoot Lancaster right in the head.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So everybody roll cool.
But isn't Crichton closer to Lancaster because he's coming out of the mouth of the cave, so he would be able to fall right down on Lancaster.
Yeah, but all I have to do is this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully
This is quicker than.
I hope it's a double tap.
Okay.
Just like that.
So, everybody roll cool, and because you are timing this, I'm not gonna technically, because you timed it right, I'm gonna say that Crichton isn't technically engaged yet with Lancaster, which is gonna make it easier to hit. So, everybody roll for.
We just roll our cool, right?
You just roll your cool.
And no purple?
All right, I got 3 hits.
No purple.
I got 2 hits.
Ooh, 2 hits, 2 advantages. Okay,
That's
so
cool.
Tark, you got 3.
Correct.
Tal, you got.
Yeah.
Whoa, 3 and advantage. Tal goes first.
Nice.
Or actually,
Not in this order as well, or after
no.
this?
Basically, the way it works is you guys are set in slots, and you guys can decide who goes first in what order.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I feel like in this situation, I would maybe would it be a good idea to kind of dive
I would say
behind a nearby
Crichton.
rock?
Perfect.
Yeah, well, I would go for your holdout blaster first, because otherwise you're going to be behind a rock with nothing.
Okay. I've already got it though in my hand.
Yeah, you didn't drop it.
I thought they made him drop it.
Oh, I did drop it.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you said got on the ground.
Okay. I dived to get my holdout blaster.
Okay. All right, and you jump to the ground and you pull up the blaster just in time to hear shots fire in the darkness, or one shot fired in the air. So you slide behind a rock, and we're going to move on to Tark.
All right, let's see what happens. This is the big one. I'm going to use a force point. What does that do?
Okay. Force point, you can upgrade your roll to upgrade it to yellow. 1 roll.
Okay, so here's what I got. I typically roll 2 yellow and a green. Okay. So I'm going to use a force point to upgrade the green to a yellow.
Perfect.
But I also have true aim. Once per round, you may use true aim maneuver to gain the benefits of aiming and upgrade combat checks once per rank of true aim. So it upgrades another die, so I'm going to put a green in there.
Yep.
So I'll be rolling for 3 yellow and 1 green.
Perfect.
Okay. What else? Now, because I've been basically aimed at him for like 5 minutes, is there any sort of bonus or anything like that?
Yep, I'll give you a bonus for aiming.
Okay. And I used a force. Oh, someone flipped it. And I guess that's all I can do.
Well, I will give you 2 for aiming if you use your maneuver to aim. Or was that your skill?
Sure. That was a
Skill
skill
you
that I
maneuver?
used.
Was
No,
that
I haven't
maneuver?
used. To use a skill?
Yeah.
I have
Or
no
is that
idea.
just a passive skill? It's a passive.
It's just passive, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, in that case, so you've been aiming at him,
Mm.
and now that the encounter has begun, you can aim again as your maneuver, and
Perfect.
then fire.
This is
We actually
the
get 2
aiming again. I just go like this.
No, you can do that. You can use 2 maneuvers
Get the glint off it.
in a row to aim better, to get better aim.
No, I ain't complaining. So that's 3 yellow, 2 blue, and a green. What's the difficulty? I guess it's just based on range, isn't it, though?
It is based on range.
And now I am a medium scope. However, with my sniper shot, it increases it 1. So I have a long range, basically, scope.
Okay. Then if it's a medium scope, okay, so that means that
It's a long scope.
you can shoot long range.
Yes. So what's the difficulty at a long range shot?
At a long range shot, it is a hard difficulty, so 3, but does it make it into a medium?
Well, put it this way. It says reduces the difficulty of ranged combat checks at long and extreme range by 1.
Right, okay, so it's 2 purple.
Oh, that's going to be a good roll.
I'm going to jump down, and it's just going to be like pudding in a bucket. His helmet.
Let's hope so. All right, here we go. Ready?
Wow. Okay.
This one's for all the beans.
Clear your roll
Are
first.
you aiming for his head? Are you aiming for his
Oh
head?
yeah, straight for his head.
Clear
Okay,
your
so
roll
if you're
first.
aiming
Clear
for
your
his
roll
head,
first.
then you get 2 setbacks. You get 2 setbacks for doing a called shot like that.
She right there.
Nice.
Tell him to be.
Oh yeah.
Well done, Michelle.
I was into Michelle.
Thank you,
Very
Michelle.
well done. Now she's got to give me a.
Can you do that?
I'm joking. This is an epic moment. This is a head
Well,
explosion moment. So
Okay.
wait, 2 setbacks for the headshot?
2 setbacks for the called shot. Because it's because you're saying like if you were just trying to hit him, then it would be no setbacks.
Well, then I'll just try to hit him. Okay.
But you're just trying.
It does more damage if you hit him in the head, though.
If you hit him in the head, it does more damage for sure.
Then let's do. Okay. Then let's. It actually does more damage if I hit him in the head for reals.
It's an instant critical.
Then let's do the headshot with 2 setbacks because we got it. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Get rid of your successes. Get rid of them first.
No, because I got to reset the rolls. It'll be fine. It clears it when you reroll. That's not that good, but it's success.
But it hits him in the head.
And it hits him in the head.
All right.
Wow,
So-
the detail. Hold on, the detail of what this is hilarious. There were 4. Wow. Okay, so there were 4 advantages. There were 2 disadvantages. There were 5 hits and
Wow.
3 non-hits. That was a huge roll, and it ended up being so little.
Perfect. Okay. So he reels back as the shot cracks through the air, and it connects. Now let's see how much damage we do. How much
Million
does your gun
points.
do?
Oh, I don't even know. My gun does. 7. 7 damage, crit 5.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
7 damage, I guess.
So you got a critical, and I'm going to want you to roll a 1d100 for that instantly.
Okay.
You've got 2 advantages that you can spend to give a boost die to your next shot or to a friend.
I will give it to Crichton for sure, but here's the D100, so 82.
All right. Let me just pull up the
His head instantly explodes. His head instantly explodes.
82. And how much damage did you do? Did you work that out?
7.
7 points of damage total.
Unless I'm supposed to add anything to it, it's just the damage of that weapon is 7.
Well, he's not wearing his helmet, so that is...
He's not even wearing it.
He's not wearing his helmet, no.
So no
So
soak.
There's no soak. No soak. That doesn't make sense. All right. It says he's winded. But no, I'm going to...
It's hard to breathe without a face.
All right, so increased its difficulty. He's compromised. So it increases the difficulty of all skill checks by one until the end of the encounter. So he's not dead.
Sure.
Lost an eye.
Yeah, he lost an eye, and he's...
I don't even know how that. Oh, maybe I got him this way.
Oh yeah, like
pop
in
it.
my-
He just turned his head to see Crichton jumping down at him, and when you got him.
Nice.
All right. So, after that
Oh, yeah.
hit, he's taken 7 points of damage. It is the Imperial troopers' turns.
I thought Crichton goes.
No, they actually got a higher vigilance than...
Oh, I thought you said we go as like a team. Don't we all go and then they all go?
No. Basically, you guys got the first 2 slots. They got the 3rd slot. And then Crichton has the 4th slot.
Oh, right. it's
Or
the
you guys have
slots.
a 4th.
Oh, well, had I known that, then we wouldn't have done that order. I would have gone, Crichton would have gone, and then Tao would have gone.
Oh well.
Because Tao wouldn't have really dipped. But that's fine. Well, that's weird though, because you can like fall into the air while they're doing whatever's next.
Yeah, well, so the first... So before he actually hits the ground, they start firing at Tal, who's jumped to the ground.
That is a good reaction time.
And
It's a lot higher than I thought.
And they get a that Tal is within short range, I believe. But Tal, you're behind cover, right? So they get a
Yes.
setback die.
Yeah, I am. But I can shoot, or what?
They're shooting at you while you're behind cover.
Well, I've got really good short range gunnery. But wait, is Crichton doing something? I forget.
No, you don't have to do anything. You just have to.
Okay, I'm the distraction. Perfect.
You're the distraction, yeah, because they still haven't even really registered that the officer's been hit. It's all happening like split second.
Yeah,
Even though
yeah,
it doesn't feel like it as I look up these rules. All right, so they do have ranged light, so that is going to 1 yellow and 1 green. So they got 1 yellow, 1 green, 1 purple, and 1 black. Let's see how they do. All right, so they miss.
Yeah.
They fire at you, but the stone, you can hear chunks of stone flying away as you duck and try to make your body as small as possible. But their advantage, they begin to fan out. One of them begins to fan out.
Okay.
So he starts going towards you.
Okay. Can I fire back at him?
No, because we're going to Crichton.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to jump down. This guy just got shot in the head, and as he's reeling, I'm going to crack him in the head again with the force pike.
Okay, perfect. So I want you to do
athletics check.
Athletics, yes.
So that's good. Okay. So 1, 2. How many disadvantage? How many purple?
I'm going to say that it's 2 purple.
Okay.
And you've got a boost, remember, from Tark.
Okay, so what's the boost? It upgrades one of my die?
Yes. No, the boost
No,
is
it just gives a blue.
Okay.
The blue die.
So here's the athletic check.
Oh, this is the athletic check. Sorry, never mind. Oh, yeah, okay, this would be your blue. Yeah, so then that's the check.
Fail, but super advantageously.
Okay. So, you
What the hell is that?
land on the ground.
5 advantages with 1 fail.
You can spend those 5 on something. Did you spend a force point? You definitely should have spent a force point.
I didn't use it yet.
Oh, okay.
I was going to use it on my actual attack. This was just me jumping down.
Oh, okay.
So just you jumping down, I will say that this is your maneuver. Okay, so just you jumping down, I will say that because you failed, you're going to get a setback. You're going to get a setback to the difficulty.
Die for my next attack?
For the attack, yeah.
Okay.
Because you're a little off balance, you didn't land exactly where you thought you would.
Okay. So here's where it gets tricky, though, for the dice. So I'm going to use a frenzied attack, which gives me 1 strain.
Okay.
But I upgrade a die.
Okay.
Okay. So that means I have 4 yellow, and I have. Do I have a boost or no boost?
You don't have a boost for this one.
4 yellow and 1 setback die. And
4
2
yellow.
purple.
So your brawn is 3, right? Or your brawn is 4?
My brawn is 4.
And your skill is 3?
My skill is now 3, and I have 1 advantage for doing frenzied attack. 1 upgrade.
Okay, 1 upgrade. So then it's 4 yellow. Yeah.
Yep.
And you know what? I think I will give you a boost based on the fact that he just got shot in the eye.
And I was behind him, and he didn't know I was there.
Yeah, and you're behind him. So you've got the drop on him literally. So
I'll give myself another green. Or is it
no
blue?
Boost. Blue.
Okay. So then how many purple? 2?
2 purple and 1 black.
All right. Perfect. So it resets, right? I don't have to get rid of it all? So what are you saying, Harlan?
Yeah,
roll,
it clears it once you roll, yeah.
So
Nice.
a success with 3 advantages.
All right. So
I didn't use the force point. Oh well.
Okay, that's fine. But you do manage to hit him. And how much damage do you do with your force pike?
It says damage +3. So
Damage plus 3.
7. So my +3, right?
Yeah, I think it's your brawn +3. Yeah.
So your force pike smashes into 7 plus 3?
No, it's a
his
total
brawn
of 7,
+3.
I guess, because it's 3 plus my brawn.
Okay, so you actually do damage.
It's to his head, remember?
Oh, were you doing it to his head?
I was hoping to.
Oh, I didn't add the setback for that. But okay. So he sees you just in time to block with his arm. You've got 3 advantages. You've got 3 advantages that you could use to disable him. Maybe temporarily hurt his arm so that he's not able to use it next round.
I can't use it as extra damage?
Not for the advantages.
Alright, well then I will temporarily...
You can gain
use
plus
his
1
arm. So I didn't even get through his soak, is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, you got through his soak. You did damage.
Okay.
I'm just talking about advantages right now.
Okay.
You can, yeah.
I'll make it so he can't use his arm.
Perfect. So your force pike smashes up into his arm, and he reels back. Again, he's just constantly reeling, this guy. But you can see he's starting to come to his senses. And it looks like he's very close to being put down.
Okay. I'm going to take... yeah, that's fine. I can't take a defensive stance because my movement was jumping down, right?
That's right.
Okay.
So we're back to Tal. Tal, you've got an Imperial officer coming in.
Okay, I shoot him, but aren't they distracted by what's going on behind them a little bit?
One of them is.
Okay.
The one who got shot in the face.
Okay, I quickly fire, aiming for this guy's head because of my wonderful short distance gunning skills or whatever it is.
Okay, go ahead, do your regular skill roll, and you're adding 2 purple.
2 purple?
Chris Lawrence said, "Run up and put it right next to his temple. Dodge this."
Oh, to the commander. He's shooting at the.
Can I try rolling and like doing something amazing and just getting a kill shot right in?
Do it. Make him kneel. Make him beg for his life because he killed your
uncle. There's 2 more right beside him. There's like one like making one guy beg. Then there's like another guy saying like, "What is this guy doing?"
Then say something super intimidating, like "My fucking uncle."
Yeah.
Do everyone.
Sorry, just to clarify, Tal, who are you shooting at?
Purgatory. Sorry, that was a stupid joke. Anyway.
Who are you shooting at? Are you shooting at Lancaster or one of the Imperial troopers? The one.
No, I'm shooting. Wait, doesn't it make more sense to shoot at the Imperial trooper? Like
the one that's coming close.
Down?
It's up to you. It goes either way. It could go either way.
Okay, I am gonna continue on. I'm gonna go against the Imperial trooper and try to kill him right in front of me, because I know that Tark is still going to be concerned with the main dude while he's down. So even with Crichton right on top of him, basically, we all trust Tark's shot. Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I roll for
your ranged light.
Yeah. So my ranged light. So ranged light is 1 green, 2 yellow.
Perfect. And it is 2 purple.
Doesn't he have a disadvantage for? Is it just for his attacks or for his defense too?
His defense. No. He doesn't get any penalties for being behind cover. If that's what you're asking.
Oh, I meant the big guy who's fighting.
The big guy, he does have disadvantages when he attacks.
Okay.
Well, he's actually not attacking right now. He's just kind of coming to his senses. He spent that round just reeling.
Dying slowly.
Okay. But the guy bearing down on me is firing at me.
Yep.
Okay.
He's coming towards you, trying to get around your cover.
So I roll to kill him. and 1 hit success.
All right, and how much does your blaster add?
Well, let's see here.
Okay, you've got a holdout blaster.
I got a holdout blaster, yeah.
Okay, so you hit and you do kill him. Do you want to describe it?
Whoa!
Oh man!
You just drop a bombshell like that, and you kill him. You gotta be like.
You kill him. He's gonna do the hype.
Yeah. So I'm behind the rock, and I see him coming down on me. I see him coming towards me, and I think, this is for my uncle. And I pulled out my holdout blaster. And without thinking twice, for the first time in my life, I shoot, not once, not twice, but 3 times, right in his face. And he crumbles, yeah, and he just kind of like, I don't know. I can't describe it.
His face.
Yeah, his face kind of sizzles, and yeah, he just kind of, his soul. I can see his soul leaving his body, and the mentor comes down and sucks it away, and
then I go fire on the next one.
Yeah. Okay, that was his death.
Okay, Tark, go ahead.
I feel kind of bad.
Well, I want to see how the others react to his death.
Yeah.
To the guy's death, the one Imperial trooper looks mad, and he's turned, and it looks like he's gonna shoot at Tal.
Oh, this is
the other Imperial trooper. Lancaster is still coming to his senses, and he's turned his back. And
oh, I thought you just finished Lancaster. All right, I'm taking a shot at Lancaster then. Pop. And I'm going to use a force point.
Okay. All right, go ahead and do whatever your roll is. The shot is going to be 2 purple and 1 setback. Oh wait, no, it's actually going to be 1 red. 1 red and 1 purple.
1 red?
Yes, I think. Because
why is that?
He's engaged. No, wait, because he's engaged, it's a setback.
Setback would make more sense, but I don't honestly know.
Yeah, you upgrade the difficulty, so it's 1 red and 1 purple.
Okay, so I normally am 2 in green. I'm using a force point to upgrade the green to a yellow again, and I'm going to use... Oh, it's once per encounter, I think my skill is.
Yeah.
Once per round. Oh, no, per round.
Per round. Okay, per round, you're good.
Right? Yeah, perfect. So then per round, I'm going to do 1 green again. It's 1 purple and 1 red, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and no blue die this time, I suppose, eh?
I'm going to say no.
Okay, let's...
Hold on to your butts.
Yeah, hold on to your butts. If you get despair, just keep that in mind.
If a what, sorry?
If you get a despair, the really bad one on the red die.
Oh, right, okay.
Because he's engaged right now with Crichton.
Crichton.
Can I dodge?
A sniper bullet?
Well, there's nothing I can really do to counter this.
Unless you wait and let Crichton go before you.
Nah, I'll take the shot. Trust me, Crichton, I got this. I got this.
You got it. Okay, so Tark, you kill him. Do you want to describe it?
Well, okay. All right, I load another bullet in my rifle after seeing Tal melt a guy's fucking head. And I just watched Crichton fall down on this guy and totally bash him in as the guy stumbles forward. I aim carefully, just as Crichton kind of leans into my shot, and I quickly react and fire almost blankly as the bullet whips through the dusty wind and smack right in the guy. I mean, I didn't aim for his head, but we'll say it was right in his temple and cling through the other side as bits of blood and sinew and bone kind of scatter across Crichton's face. Slow motion as I reload the bullet, and Crichton picks up his pike to make sure the body's dead.
Crichton?
Yeah, I wipe my face off. I'll look off and with a smile towards Tark, where I assume he's going to be. Shake my head and I run towards the next guy.
So you run towards him, and as soon as you do, he sees all of this happen. He throws down his gun, and he immediately puts his hands up and says, "Please, please don't kill me, please."
And I quickly turn my. Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to stop there?
And we're gonna stop there. Yeah.
Kill him.
I was going to say, yeah. Smack him anyways, but turn it to stun.
The stun? Perfect. You can do that. So you smack him. He collapses to the ground. And the only sound is that of the wind rushing through the canyon.
And us taking their armor.
Oh, that's definitely going to be it. It's going to be a sabotage type mission next time. Where we're. Oh, I like that.
Decked out.
All right. Thank you all so much for being with us here tonight. Thank you again to our wonderful GM Justin, who is crafting a masterful campaign in anticipation of the upcoming Star Wars film. Next week, we are on our second last game because we are stopping at Part 6, again in anticipation of the movie, which comes out in 15 days, 3 hours. Well, that was 3 hours ago, so maybe 57 minutes or something like that. Well, it would make sense because we're close to midnight. Just under 15 days, we'll say. Or just under 15 days.
That's where you are in the world.
Yeah. Thanks again so much, guys, for being here with us tonight. It's always fun to read these fantastic conversations on the Facebook group. Be sure to check back tomorrow when Justin posts the new community mission so that you guys continue writing your vignettes and things like that. I'm going to quickly throw it to Justin because he wants to mention something on it.
Yes, thank you, Harlan. And actually, I meant to mention this before. Is there anything else that you guys want to add? We've got a bit of a post-credit Marvel vignette.
Oh, yes, I do want to mention real quick that this year we're doing a Christmas card. It's an email Christmas card because we're not made of money for postage. But if you would like, yes, David, to your answer, or to your question, if you would like to get an e-card with a little audio greeting from all the members of the Invictus stream that want to be incorporated, shoot us your email. Our email is theinvictusstream@gmail.com. Shoot us an email with the subject line called Christmas cards. A Christmas card, and we'll email you something closer to Christmas. And it's just a fun little way for us to say thank you for being with us. And who knows, maybe the card will have a little bit of an XP attached to it. Redeem this card in for XP because we want to keep the communication lines flowing open for you guys. It's funny because I was thinking of charging XP to get a Christmas card, but I'd be like, no, we wouldn't want that.
That's
The spirit of giving.
So you might get a little bit. In fact, you probably will get a little bit if we can send it to you. I don't know why. So, without further ado, I want to throw it off to Justin to end our little campaign. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. Justin, take it away.
With one hand under his chin, Evich sits, staring directly in front of him, his brow furrowed. The object of his interest stands ominously before him, tall and imposing in the now fully furnished office. Only a few feet away, he examines it from his seated position. He observes its sheer mass, its smooth, matte surface, and how the dying sunlight passing through the blinded curved window of his office casts vertical shadowy bars across its face. All too fitting, he thinks as he notes the jail-like quality of the shadows. He stands and steps toward the piece, reaching a hand out to it. It's cold to the touch, but he can't help but feel a sense of warmth and familiarity as he traces his hand along the relief that juts out from the flat slab. This isn't permanent, he reminds himself as he caresses the dense relief. We are one step closer. He leans in, his face now mere inches from the bulking object. With a sigh, he drops his hand, grasping a set of cold, stony fingers that protrude from it. We will be together again soon.
All right.
Awesome.
I was showing a random video of a guy running through a Tatooine.
Oh, was the timing awkward? A little awkward.
No, it was
No,
perfect. It was
was great.
beautiful. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Michelle. Get her to lean in and give a little wave.
Pardon?
Tell her to get her
They said
give a little
to
wave.
come and give a little wave. No, give a little wave.
And a bow or something. Tell her how to bow like that kid she taught how to bow.
Bow like that kid.
Check
How
your
that
shoes
kid
are
bowed.
tied. Very well done, Michelle. And again, thank you guys for being here so much. Have a great night. And as Chris always likes to say,
We'll see you around the table.
and as David likes to say,
May the forest speak. Keep doing what you do.
Purgatory. Good night, guys.